Sports. And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
I don't know where these sounds are coming from. Everybody's on my nerves today. Everybody's on my nerves.
Are you going to sit there and just take it?
Let's get to it. Your Wednesday afternoon. Mason and Ireland right
Mailed
now.
it in.
Oh!
Morales mailing.
Good
afternoon.
Yeah, I always know when Morales doesn't do an open, what's he up to, Bergman? I heard him on the radio this morning.
By the way, I think there must be a golf game going on because I have texted in the last half an hour. There's nobody here. I texted Tommy Lamb. You coming in today? No. I texted Carlos Saisu. You coming in today? No. And Morales just mailed in the. No, Carlos not here.
No, Morales is.
Morales is here.
Oh, but he just mailed it in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
He's been all fired up today, and good for him. But we've had some,
some spirited discussions.
Yes.
Spirited discussions, to say the least. But yeah, every once in a while you just mail it in. You mailed that in.
Mailed what in?
Nothing. I don't know.
You're just saying stuff, saying words.
Yeah,
all right. Brian, you got a big shout out. Brian Cohen got a big shout out. Did you hear about this?
No.
Yeah.
Play it.
So Allison, his fiance, works at a restaurant called
La Antica?
La Antica.
I believe so.
Where is it? Where's it? What city?
Long Beach.
Okay.
And there's a very famous guy that actually is one of the owners of La Antica.
One of the investors and owners, and he was in there the other day. And I'll play you the clip.
Hello, this message is for Brian. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? I'm here with your wife. Yeah, long story. So I heard you were talking about me on the radio. All good things, I hope. I just wanted to say hello. Hope you're well, and I appreciate the positive words. Good messages. All right, gotta go. Okay, now make the check payable to Gabriel.
It's fluffy.
Yeah, she sent me that the other night, and I was on the moon.
It's like a personal cameo.
That was Gabriel Iglesias?
Yeah, that was fluffy.
Wow.
In the flesh, and apparently he was super nice. Took pictures and everything with all the workers there.
Oh,
and
that's very cool.
Yeah, I was buzzing for like a couple hours.
Yeah, he's one of the funniest guys out there. Who else is really funny out there right now?
If you want to go see that, by the way, you can go see it on his Brian's Instagram.
Yes,
what is it? BCO32 or
BCO32.
BCO32. Follow him.
All right, so I just heard back from Mark, the Laker producer, who's the guy who got the room with the dead guy.
Yes.
He says he's driving, so he can't talk, which is weird. That's when I talk to everybody.
Yeah, that's when I talk over the speakers.
But I said, when you were in that room in Memphis and the dead guy rolled out, did you stay in that room? He said, yes, I had to wait for them to clean it. It was the only room available. And here's a good point that I didn't think about it. He said, I took it as a good omen. What are the chances that two people would die in the same room?
That's actually a very.
You talk about glass half full.
Glass half full is for sure.
That is a very good approach. If you happen to get to your hotel room and they're rolling a dead, and literally it was like a sitcom. We all go up to that floor.
Sheet over the face.
Yeah, and rolling the thing out with the corners off. It's like two dudes rolling a dead body out of the room. It's like, this can't be good.
See, there's no way. I'd be at the Holiday Inn Express.
You'd actually change hotels.
I would. Wouldn't you change? I don't want. Wait a minute. The dead body is still warm when it's leaving the room.
Oh, it's not cold at all.
Yeah, it's not cold. It's like you're literally going in right after the dead person.
But I've told you this. There's a couple of hotels that are rumored to be haunted that we've stayed at in the past. We no longer stay in either one of these hotels. But when we did, two people in our traveling party, Lou Williams, Lemon Pepper Lou, and Michael Koger, the producer of Backstage
Not
Lakers.
The same story.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Both checked out of the hotel.
Oh, they left.
Would not go in.
Interesting. Just because of the rumor that there
were ghosts. They're out.
That's soft.
Well, Michael says black guys don't do ghosts.
Well, I don't think anybody does ghosts.
I do. I've been waiting for a ghost to come haunt me in both of those hotels and every other hotel.
You really think there's a racial component that somehow black guys don't do ghosts, but white guys do?
Michael says there is.
Okay. What do you think, Bergman?
No, I think there are ghosts, and I don't think it matters if you're
black,
but if
white,
Asian,
it's
Indian.
like the Michael Jackson.
But
doesn't matter.
So why is it that Michael says brothers, as he puts it, don't do ghosts?
It's like I say, that all Jewish people are self-deprecating. It's just because it's a thing for me.
Yeah.
But
it sounds fishy to me.
It sounds fishy.
I believe in ghosts. I've been
what
trying to get one to
are.
haunt me for years, and it hasn't happened. I'm a little discouraged.
Yeah. I'm sure you can work something out with the ghosts.
I've been trying.
I just don't. What do you actually do to attract a ghost?
Well,
what ghost?
If someone says there's a ghost in my room, I'll say I'll switch rooms with you.
But how often does that happen that somebody says, there's a ghost in my room, Ireland, you want this room?
It's probably happened 3 times in the 25 years I've
Three
been traveling.
times
Somebody
people
will
have
say,
said,
this is the room that Blake Griffin says is haunted, or Jason Tatum says is haunted, or somebody says is haunted. I cannot stay in this room, and I just say, give it to me.
Huh. Yeah, there's no way. No. Well, first of all, I don't believe in ghosts.
Why not?
Because there's no evidence. I've said this before. I mean, show me pictures of ghosts. We all have cell phone cameras.
You can't see them in photos. They don't photograph.
Oh, they don't photograph.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. That's
They're
why
like
we
the
don't
Loch
have any
Ness
pictures.
monster.
Yeah.
That's why you never see photos of the Loch
When we
Ness
bring
monster.
this up, people will send some stupid picture that's photoshopped.
Yeah,
and
I showed you.
Guy.
Yeah,
exactly. Oh,
There
that
was
guy under the bridge.
Yeah, the guy under the bridge. That was a demon. It was under Suicide Bridge. That guy was a demon.
Yeah, why? You think it's a coincidence? He just happened to pop up under Suicide Bridge?
Yeah.
Well, is there a place called Suicide
Yes, in
Bridge?
Pasadena.
Really?
Yeah.
Apparently because people commit suicide by jumping off this bridge.
Oh, wow. That's kind of
I'm
morose, isn't
assuming,
it?
right?
Yeah,
That has to be it, unless maybe it's a curve up top where people drive off.
Is that
maybe.
like
No,
the
I think it's
official
exactly what it
name
is.
when you go across? It says "Welcome to Suicide
No,
Bridge."
I don't think the city promotes it as that.
It's not like the Shakespeare Bridge.
The Huntington is beautiful, and you got to drive through the old Suicide Bridge.
Mace, do you believe in the Bermuda Triangle?
No.
Okay, hundreds of boats and planes have been lost there. Hundreds.
You know what? I think that's all rumor and not true folklore, urban legend.
Well, how many would have to do it? Okay, I'm just going to type in, is the Bermuda Triangle real? Okay, and see what comes up.
I'm going to say, how many people have died in the Bermuda Triangle? I think
The Devil's Triangle is an urban legend.
There you go.
Says
Thank
here.
you. Urban legend.
Where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Yes. Okay. So again, it starts out with urban legend.
Yeah, but I think that there is statistical evidence that a bunch of planes have.
A bunch?
Yeah, I'm trying to find out how many.
Is that where Amelia Earhart went? Did she go
No,
through the
they
Bermuda
found her
Triangle?
plane somewhere.
But not her.
Or didn't they find her plane?
I don't know.
The thing people
didn't find
don't
her for sure.
The thing they don't say about Amelia Earhart, bad driver.
Wow, Mace.
Seriously. Seriously. Nobody will say. Everybody's afraid to say it. But I'll say
Except for you.
Except I'll say it. All right.
What are we doing?
All right. I don't know how we got
Talk
off on
about
all that
commerce.
stuff. Okay.
How did we talk about a left turn?
By the way, coming up for you, have you seen this new NFL rule they're shopping around?
No, but you know me, I love new rules.
Okay, good. We'll do it coming up. Bergman hates this one.
I hate it so much.
It's really good. Hey, Commerce Casino gave away over $1 million in promotions in January. They've done it again in February, and they're giving away $20 million in promotions in 2024. I always have a great time playing poker. I play Hold'em at Commerce all the time. All kinds of tournaments going on, sit and goes, all that kind of stuff. Go to commercecasino.com. Love playing poker there. It is the biggest and best poker room in Southern California. In fact, it is the biggest poker room in the world. That is actually documented. And all kinds of tournaments coming up. Go to commercecasino.com. One of the cool things about Commerce also, it is officially the home of Mandy's 3. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, I'm Dave Denholm.
And I'm Mario Rees.
You know us from the LAFC radio broadcasts.
Now we have a new podcast called LAFC Plus, and you can find it on the ESPN LA app.
LAFC Plus brings you all the latest on the black and gold.
Plus, we break down the latest news and interesting stories from around MLS.
For all the news, fun, insight, and everything that is MLS and LAFC, join us on LAFC Plus.
LAFC! It's available on the ESPN LA app and everywhere you get your podcast.
Join us.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hani Mukhtar, come face to face. LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on
All right, by the way, Dodgers did win overnight in South Korea. They beat the Padres 5-2. Among the highlights, Shohei Otani hit a ball 117-mile-an-hour exit velocity through the roof down the right field line early in that game.
All right, before you tell me the new NFL rule.
Yeah.
This from Travel and Leisure magazine, Bergman.
Okay.
There's no telling how many ships or planes have disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle, but the U.S. Navy estimates that around 50 ships and 20 aircraft have gone missing there. The data does not show that disappearances are more likely in this spot. There you
go.
There are two incidents that are considered mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Flight 19 in 1945 and the USS Cyclops in 1918.
Oh, the Cyclops. I remember that one.
How can you doubt this? 50 ships
because
and 20 aircraft.
Because it said there is no statistical evidence that it happens any more commonly in the Bermuda Triangle.
You don't know nothing.
I'm just using what you read against you.
Their instruments go off. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know either.
They're still unexplained, Mace.
Tomorrow we are at Islands in Manhattan Beach.
Yeah, we
want
are.
to see you out there. It is at the Manhattan Village Shopping Center. And this is where young Jack Ireland works.
Yep, he'll be there.
We are broadcasting all day long for the madness at Islands, and we want to invite you out there. Travis and Slee is going to be there, Mason and Ireland, and then Cap and Sedano until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Come hang out with us, watch all the hoops. Got a chance to win great prizes, and I think we've got this set up now. John, what is the most delicious item at the Islands?
Well, I always get the North Shore tacos.
What about dessert?
Well, probably the hula pie.
Is it hula or Kona?
It might be Kona.
It is Kona pie.
Kona pie. The
Hula
Kona
pie.
pie.
which is like mud pie.
Mud
Yeah,
pie.
hula pie is from Duke's in Malibu.
Okay, so Kona pie.
Yeah, Kona pie is like a massive piece of pie.
Yeah. So I have suggested, and I believe everybody has agreed to now, a Kona pie eating contest. No hands tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you in?
I'm not in. Oh, no, I'm in
John's-
the middle.
he's
I'm
got
in the
the
middle
stomach
of fighting
flu.
my stomach. Like,
Oh,
look
that's
what I'm
right.
eating.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're still eating saltines.
He's still eating saltine. No, he'll
If it
do
was
the
any
I
other
will
day.
play by play the
Perfect.
What do we call it? Kona pie.
Kona pie eating contest.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's you against Bergman.
and Morales.
I'm picking Morales.
Tell you what,
me
that
too.
boy can eat.
Yeah, Brian,
boy
are you going
can
to be
put
here
it
or
away.
there?
I'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, because you could probably compete.
I
really
would.
well
I
on
was
it.
going to
that
say
too.
if you were in there, I would put you right there too. Right, it's one of the co-favorites. But if you're
no
not there,
hands, I'm going in.
Morales, Bergman, Mason. Although Mason's competitive.
I
I'm a
am
good
very
eater.
competitive.
I am a good eater.
Bergman's a good eater.
Like
This
that's something
will,
I do
Greg.
well.
This will work for me very well on our other bet because once he gets done, with
No,
the
no,
Kona pie,
no, Mace,
he'll
you're
go
out.
North
You're
of
out.
195.
Can I
and
just
I'll
say
win.
the vacation weight officially came off? I'm back at 193.1.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you want to lose weight, get this stomach flu I got.
Yeah.
Like what's her name says, Emily Blunt says in Devil Wears
I'm
Prada.
only one stomach flu away from my goal weight.
Yeah, I'll be at 180 by the end of the week.
Yeah, that's such a funny line.
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow. Make sure you're out at Islands. We'll do the Kona pie eating contest. What about 3 o'clock tomorrow?
Sure,
3
sounds
o'clock.
great.
We'll get a little build up for it. And by the way, if I win or if Bergman wins, we decided we would put 75,000 mythical dollars on the table.
Hell yeah.
Wow. Are you taking 75 from me?
Is it a bet between the two of us or
No.
is it against the house?
No, but I think 75. Do 50 and no bet against anyone.
Okay.
50 just goes into your account if you win it.
50K
Does that sound
if you
fair?
win.
So if Morales wins it, none of us
No,
get anything.
nobody gets any money.
Okay.
Right. Exactly.
And it has to be a clean plate.
Well, we'll never.
No, it
we're
has to
only
be-
doing for 5 minutes.
I'll be the judge and the play-by-play announcer. If the pie is, I will say 95% eaten.
Okay.
You don't have to
Well-
lick the plate. In other
But
words,
wait. We're going to eat for 5 minutes and see who gets the furthest. I think
With
that's
no
the bet.
hands.
With no hands.
We should be able to get through this thing in like a minute.
Oh,
no
there's
way.
This is ice. It's an
big,
ice cream pie.
It's big and it's ice cream pie. You're gonna get a headache.
Yeah,
You're gonna
you'll get a headache from it.
Okay, yeah, let's do. That's good.
Okay.
5 minutes on the clock, and
Who
whoever
eats the
most wins.
Perfect. That's tomorrow at 3. All right, so brand new rule that they're considering. Don't jeez me. Brand new rule that the competition committee is considering. We may have talked about this once before, but here's the deal. They want to do a hybrid kickoff.
Okay.
Okay. So there is a zone between the goal line and the 20,
Okay. They call it the red zone, but that's okay.
the red zone. You kick the ball into this zone, so it has to be fielded. If it goes into the end zone, then it immediately goes to the 35-yard line.
So the
35
touchback
yard
is now going to the 35. So this is to encourage people not to kick it out of the end zone.
correct.
You
And
told me the
if
40, by the way.
it's the 35.
Okay, you lied to me.
All right.
Wait a minute. Okay, let me just Bergman. 10 members of the kicking team will line up on the receiving team's 40. Okay. 6 members of the receiving team lined up on the receiving team's 35. 3 or more must align, blah, blah, blah. All right, so basically you're trying to
They're
land.
trying to get kickoffs back into the game.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's great field position if you kick it into the end zone or if you fall short of the end zone, the other team gets great field position. Otherwise, you're trying to kick it between between the goal line and the 20, and then there's a return from there. They're trying to generate more action on kickoffs without the high-speed collisions necessarily that we saw in the original, the way they used to do kickoffs.
Right. So the kicker is going to be incentivized to kick it higher.
Higher and in that zone.
Yeah. I'm for it. I like kickoffs.
I told you he'd be for it. I'm for it too.
Yeah, you were. When you told me the 40, I know the 35 and the 40 isn't that big
Well,
of a
it's
deal.
5 yards,
It's
Bergman.
5 yards. It still makes a big difference.
5 yards.
But
Now
Greg,
you've changed your position.
why are you anti-kickoff return?
I'm just anti because we're changing. You have a 20-yard spot that you're trying to kick it into now, and if
Correct.
you're kicking it higher, you're still not going to get kickoffs. Everybody's going to fair catch it because you're throwing it. It's going directly into the air and dropping down.
But in this case, that's where you get the ball.
yeah,
Wait a minute. But what if we eliminated the fair catch?
if you
You can't fair catch it.
I don't think they're ever going to eliminate the fair catch.
Well, the fair catch is used primarily on punts.
Right, yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody fair catch a kickoff?
All the time. Like you can do it. Well, it's mostly in the end zone like you do it there.
Yeah, I've never
You
seen.
take
I don't
a
think I've
knee,
ever
that
seen
kinda-
anybody fair catch a
The
kickoff.
onside kick goes away.
goes away completely.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. I don't like that.
Well, there's
I
there's
don't
no
like
way.
that
There's
either.
too much distance between the two, so an onside kick goes away.
So there's no mechanism for me to get the ball back after I score?
Yeah, that 0.5% of 1% chance
Yeah,
of
but
getting
it's a chance.
It is.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So someone on YouTube is saying that both teams cannot start until the returner possesses the football.
So you have to wait.
And you have
the
to
kicker
wait
kicks
till
it,
they
and you have
catch
to
it.
wait until they catch it?
Catch it.
Yeah, I'll have to see
that's
examples.
interesting.
You know what this sounds like? They should test this in the Rocks League, the XFL/USFL
What'd
combo.
you call it? The Rocks League?
Yeah, like the Rock is in charge of the league.
Oh, I see. The Rock.
Dwayne
I thought
Johnson-
it had a new nickname, the Rocks League.
No, Dwayne Johnson is in charge of the whole league.
Correct, yeah.
So, but why? We should try it there to see if it works.
Well, they're doing that funky 2-point conversion, 5-point conversion, 10-point conversion thing in the XFL or whatever that is. The Rocks League, we'll call it. From now on, it's known as the Rocks League.
What do they call it? It's a combination of the XFL and the USFL. Do we know what the actual name of it is?
I think it's still the XFL.
By the way, at the end of the season, we still will not know the name of this league because there's no way anybody's watching it. Do you agree?
I disagree.
You think people are going to watch spring football?
Here's why.
It's never worked before.
I know, but look, just specifically, look at their TV contract. It's ESPN, Fox, NBC, and CBS. It's network broadcasting in the spring. So if it's going to be on ESPN, I think people will watch it. Some people just leave ESPN on all the time.
Yeah, some people do.
It's not like one of these.
It's never gotten ratings before. It's on
not
Fox
like,
last year.
Okay, it's not like Live Golf that has no network TV partners.
Right.
It's real network TV partners. Like it's on Big Fox, not FS1. It's on ESPN,
Right.
Fox, ABC, CBS. I mean, with that type of deal, people will watch it.
So you think people will? I think
I don't think
nobody's going to watch.
I don't think it'll survive long term. But
well, if it wait a minute, if it's successful, if people are watching, why wouldn't it survive long
I think
term?
it'll get higher ratings than some lesser. Like it'll get higher ratings than Live.
Well, yeah, Live. I don't even know if Liv's on TV, is it?
Yeah, but it's on
Are
like
they?
Channel 5.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Channel 5. The old CW.
And they're wearing shorts and they're blaring music. It's just super weird to watch.
Yeah. Bergman, by the way, he got so teed off on this thing. Now there's no fire. I told you, don't argue it off the air. Save it for on the air. And now you've got no juice in this argument because you were totally
that's
against
my
it.
number
Now
one.
you're
That's
right.
John Ireland's number one rule. Don't do the show before the
now
show.
You're like,
But no, because
it's
you also
the
lied to me.
35.
So it's on the 40. Football is already an
It's
offensive.
the difference between the 35 and the 40. It's 5 yards.
It's an offensive game, and you want to have teams start on the 40. You're 10 yards away from the halfway down the field.
So it's the
already.
35.
It's
Does that change
ridiculous.
everything?
Yes, it changes it a little bit because this has been kind of.
And then Bergman went off on let's get rid of field goals altogether.
Well, that's Larry David.
Yes.
Yeah.
I,
It's just
I have
nuts.
never agreed
Nutty.
more with Larry David. Kickers are worthless in the
Yeah,
NFL.
Brian,
I
see if
need
you can
none-
find
I
it.
have
It's in the
I have
system.
it. I have
okay,
it. Yeah,
so
I
here's
have it.
Larry David's theory.
Oh, dude,
no, you teed it
So
up
you
really
have it,
fast.
but you
I
don't
got
have
it.
I
He's got
really
it, but
believe that we should get rid of goalposts in football. No, the field goals ruin the game. They don't enhance the game. They make it worse. You have a guy who's kicking a ball through parallel bars to win games. Why? There's no reason behind it. He's not a football player. Buffalo didn't lose that game. This one guy who's not even a football player, loses the game for them. Why do we have to have it? For what reason?
So you would get rid of kickers entirely, and you just go for it on fourth down every time, and not have kickoffs.
Well, unless you want to punt,
Right. So you keep punters.
you keep punters. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the punters. The kickers are worthless. If you're watching Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen go at it, go back and forth, and someone pushes wide right a field goal, that's Tyler Bass kicking wide right. This is what we're losing the game on. It's nonsense.
It's part of the drama of the game.
No, it's a terrible
It is. It's
part
part
of
of-
it.
it's always
You're
been part
taking
of the
away
drama of the game. It's drama.
We want to see Patrick Mahomes throw touchdown passes. We want to see Josh Allen throw touchdown passes. We don't want to see Tyler Bass miss field goals.
I think Greg's right.
Thank you.
You just get rid of goalposts.
Yeah. I think if
Getting rid of
if it was up
goalposts.
to me, I think I would. I know that's a very radical change.
I don't think it's radical.
Way more radical than the kickoff hybrid rule they're trying to finesse right
but
now.
to Larry David's point, why are we deciding really physical battles with two guys who just go out there and kick.
He may not kick it all for the entire game and then come on at the last 5 seconds and kick a field goal and miss.
Do you deny that it is dramatic at the end of the game to see if somebody's going to make or miss a field goal to win or lose?
I would rather have the drama come from Josh Allen having 5 seconds to go down the other side of the field and get a touchdown. I don't need to see a kicker.
So
at any
get
point.
rid of goalposts, get rid of kickers.
Get rid of kickers, keep punters. That's fine.
Punters are okay, even though they're not football players.
Well, but hey,
are they
Pat
football
McAfee
players?
was
I don't know. You guys are deciding. Are punters football players or not?
I'm not saying anything whether they're football players or not.
Right now they are because it's an important part of the game. What we're suggesting is just take that part out.
Not the punting part, just the kicking part.
I'm not even sure we need punts.
Well, now get rid of the punter, too.
Do we need punts, Greg?
I think if you're on your own 20-yard line and it's fourth down and 15 or whatever it is, 4th down and 20 because we have a
go for
penalty.
it.
No, you could. No,
yeah,
you
can
punt.
When I worked with Jim Mora,
okay.
Jim Mora, the father, not the son.
Playoffs.
Yeah, that guy, who is a great guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
He beat it into me. A punt is a good play. Yeah, I go, what do you mean? Why? It means you failed and you have to give up the ball. And he said, no, because football is a game of field position.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you have a good punter and he can pin the other team way down there, that's valuable. But he said, you got to start looking at the punt as a weapon rather than as a failure.
Right.
And so he.
But what you're eliminating if you were to get rid of the kicker is that time when all you need to do is get to the 30 in order to
tie or
kick
win
a field
the game,
goal to tie or win the game.
How about you just get into the end zone?
Right,
but
it's
if you
much harder.
Would we be limiting scoring, Greg, by removing the kicker?
Yeah, in other words, Patrick Mahomes driving down the field, he only has to get to the 30 to tie or win the game.
See, you know what sucks is if we, and by the way, the name of that new league, the Dwayne Johnson League, is the UFL, the United Football League. I'm with you, Mace. I don't think anyone will even remember that.
No.
They'll just miscall it the XFL and the USFL and all that stuff. But they should try all this stuff. The good thing about all the changes in baseball is they tried them in the minor leagues first.
Right.
And they all worked, and so that's why they worked so well last year. So
well,
I would love to see that eliminate kickers in the UFL.
Yeah.
And see if it works.
Now they're voting on the hybrid kickoff rule apparently this week. So the competition committee's meeting, and Bergman thinks it's ridiculous.
You're giving the offense more an advantage again.
Well, I hope the competition committee in the NFL is more in tune than the one in the NBA. Because the one in the NBA just keeps causing delays and
Adam
adding
Silver,
stuff.
I don't know what he's doing. I
love Adam Silver, but that 22-minute delay last week was completely avoidable.
He's presiding over this slop that we're seeing at the end of games.
Completely avoidable.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. We've got 2 o'clock call of the day. Don't forget pickleball on Saturday at the Agape Pickleball Center at Miles Square Park in Fountain Valley.
I sent you some sound of someone who is surprisingly into pickleball. Yes. We'll play that coming up.
Yep, all that's coming up for you. Wheel of questions next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time for me to tell you about iSpot Active. If you lift heavy equipment or you deliver heavy boxes, if you work in an office all day or you sit in a chair, you get up and your back hurts, you got to try iSpot Active. That's a website. You got to go check it out now. ICEBOD Active.com. If you play tennis, soccer, pickleball, golf, basketball, if you're a runner, you have sore knees or shins, try this wearable cryotherapy. iSpot Active makes style, form-fitting compression wear with pockets that fit flexible, ice-cold gel packs. They call them Flex Pods. They're rubbery. They fit around your joints. Everybody I've turned on to this loves it, including Steve Mason, by the way. George Sedano wants to try iSpot Active. I got to get him hooked up. It's a great tool, and if you love to do what you do pain-free, this is the way to go. Go to iSpotActive.com. Get yours today. And for this week only, they're having a flash sale. Flash 710. Get you 25% off. If you go to their website, you'll see James Worthy is one of the owners of the company and a true believer. I wear it every day myself, and I love it. Get yours before they run out. Flash 710 gets you 25% off, and they have free shipping. Here's the best part. 30-day money-back guarantee. If for any reason you don't like it, doesn't work for you, you don't like it, you can't lose. Just send it back, but you won't, because iSpot Active is a smarter, better way to ice. ICEBOD Active.com. iSpot Active, iSpotActive.com.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing, my favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold!
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hani Mukhtar, come face to face.
Bouanga the shot, goal!
LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
PM. You know what it's time for?
What is this?
It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
All right, it's going to be my wheel today. Let's see what comes up. And, oh, good. I'm glad it was that one because I was hoping it would be. So, the Good Karma, the folks we work for here do a great job of keeping track of everybody's birthday, and they send out a birthday email for everybody.
Right.
And so I got this question because my birthday's Saturday.
From Stephanie. Yeah, she sends you Laura Romo and I have the same birthday. So she sends us the same one with a bunch of questions.
A questionnaire.
Yeah, what'd she ask you?
Okay, this is the one.
Do you want us to answer the questions she's asking?
I'm going to give each of you a word. It's what 3 words would you use to describe yourself? And right now I have mystery, enigma, and riddle.
Those all mean the same things.
Yeah, correct.
Mystery wrapped up in an enigma and wrapped up in a riddle.
There you go, yeah. But I'm going to let you guys pick the 3 words. Ireland,
for you?
Yeah, for me. Ireland, you pick a word.
Okay. You are...
I got one.
All right, what's yours?
Introvert.
Introvert. That was under consideration by me.
But not on the air, you're not.
No,
not on the air. Off the air.
I would say, and I would use this word to describe both of us, and I think it's one of the main reasons why the show works.
Right.
Curious.
Curious. I like that.
That's a good one.
And Brian, you get to pick a word.
Morales, you are curious.
Go with elevated.
Elevated?
Oh, what is elevated about him?
Come on.
Elevated.
What does that mean?
He's high.
What does that mean?
Oh.
I'm elevated.
Oh, well, why did you just say stoned?
No.
He's
trying to find an acceptable way to say it. Smack that mic.
So put those 3 words together. Introvert, curious, elevated. That actually is pretty good.
Yeah. There you go. Smacking that mic,
Hey,
Morales.
You run everything around here. When is that mic getting fixed? I mean,
it is being fixed this week.
Michael Thompson has his own mic, and Brian can't get one?
Yes, we are working on it diligently.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
I am working on it. It doesn't. I need somebody to come in. We don't have engineers on hand.
I'm aware.
So I got to go with what I got.
Yeah, okay, Michael invoked, when the clock broke, the shot clock broke last week, Michael mentioned 2 people on the air when we were killing that 22-minute delay.
Yep.
He goes, Ireland, you know who we need? We need Carlos Saisu. He knows how to fix everything. Or Tim Ahern.
Tim Ahern.
Who retired as our engineer like 10 years ago.
He stopped in here a couple of weeks ago. He's a great guy. Great guy.
Yeah.
All right, so we're doing the Pickleball event, Pickleball Madness, on Saturday. We're really excited about it. You can RSVP right now. Go to espnla.com, RSVP. And we want to thank Children's Dental Fun Zone. Children's Dental Fun Zone. They treat your kids as their own. And one of the many things going on at Pickleball on Saturday. And it's a very addictive game.
It is. And among the people who have become addicted is Katy Perry. Listen to this. She posted this on her Instagram this week.
Whose hometown is the best hometown? You know how we settle this? On the pickleball court. That's right. We're about to pickle. I've got my pickle bag, my outfit. I'm ready to go. And I do this every Sunday. This is just normal. Just like Luke does like the hunting and the fishing and knows how to like whip a rod, 100 feet. I know how to just slam dunk them on the court. The pickleball court, that is. I'm so excited.
There you go. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it.
She doesn't feel authentic to me.
Who? Katy Perry?
Katy Perry?
I love Katy Perry.
I don't know. I
like Katy Perry. I don't think I love Katy Perry.
I do.
What was her last big? She's been quiet.
Well, she gets paid $25 million a year to be a judge on American Idol. She's leaving after this year.
Yeah, I mean,
but that's the best gig ever.
Who still watches American Idol?
I don't watch it, but I know who the judges are. The judges are Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie, and Seacrest still hosts it.
Hasn't every singer in the world been discovered by now? Whether it's The Voice or America's Great Talent or The X Factor or any of these shows that are going on, haven't we discovered all the talent that there is? I think it's over. We've run out of singing talent.
What's interesting is those shows are all, popular and do fairly well.
Yes.
But really, there hasn't been a singer pop out of those shows since the early years. Like early Kelly Clarkson popped, Carrie Underwood popped,
Jennifer Hudson popped. She didn't win, but she popped.
Right. But in the last 5 years, has there been any? But no. Daughtry came out of that world.
Daughtry bounced out of there. He finished 4th one year.
Yeah,
I used to watch that show a lot.
But even the guys who did well, like Clay Aiken and Ruben Studdard, who went in the final one. That was the highest rated one.
Yeah,
neither one of them really hit big.
Never heard from again.
Is anybody from The Voice hit big?
No, The Voice is about the judges.
It is.
Do you guys even know who the judges are on The Voice right now?
They've got two guys. Not Hall & Oates.
Chance the Rapper is one, Brian. Very
another
good.
two guys.
Yeah, they're very good.
Oh,
and they have
Reba
great,
McEntire.
Reba is one.
And then they've got the two country guys.
Dan and Shay. Who sing that song Tequila. That's a great country hit.
And is there a fourth one?
Yes. Big star.
Lionel Richie.
No, he's on American Idol.
He's on American Idol. Well, it's close.
Probably the biggest. Well, Reba's probably the biggest star, but he would be right behind Reba in terms of like his status as a musician.
My mom's boyfriend, Blake Shelton, left.
Right.
She loves Blake Shelton.
This judge is someone that you like and is extremely popular. I'm actually surprised he's doing it. And he's good.
John Legend?
Yep.
John Legend.
Yeah.
I'm the only one that thinks John Legend. I think John Legend is one of the voices of his generation. I think he's got an unbelievable voice.
I think he's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Hey, Beto, you were talking about pickleball.
Yeah.
Beto has made odds.
All right, who
pickleball.
does he think will do well in this group?
So in the favorites, overall favorites for this group is Travis and Slee. They're at 3-1.
They won last year.
He says a sport that requires minimal effort and can be played with beer in hand. Yeah, Travis is the favorite. D'Lo just passed Nick Van Exel for the most threes by a Laker in a season. Slee is mad.
Oh, there you go.
So,
okay.
Next is Dueling Harlins at 5-1. Cappy is motivated after Sedano flirted with Trudell. He's on a mission to impress or get sent to Terminal H.
Who makes up the Dueling Harlins?
That's Sedano and Cap.
Oh, they're playing together.
Yeah, they're playing together.
Okay.
Because they duel with their Harlins.
Yeah.
Then it's McThompson and Trudell at 8-1. YouTube Component, which are the K-Bros, at 10-1.
YouTube Component.
That's a great name. Funny. Yeah. It's a great name.
I hear Andy's a hack.
Those are the favorites. And then
Andy's a hack, right?
Andy.
You played with Andy.
I did play with Andy. And he dove for a ball and pulled a Mason.
I am not diving for anything.
He absolutely dove.
Not an effing thing. I don't effing care.
He lost every single game.
Did he?
Yeah.
So why are they favored?
This is Beto's. I don't know.
I think it's actually pretty accurate.
Yeah. Then there's the competitors, the early favorites, which is Mario and Kirk. They're at 12.
Mario's a really good athlete.
Kirk,
I heard, was terrible.
Kirk, I heard, is a bad pickleball player.
He is a bad pickleball player. Irish Luck is at 15-1.
But I will put
I am properly rated at 15
I'm
to 1.
going to pound that bet. I think Lisa Ireland is going to carry you to at least the finals.
Yeah.
And not in the big tournament,
right,
in our tournament.
In the league tournament. No way.
The Berg CY, which is me and Clinton Yates, is 20-1.
You guys should be ranked higher.
Yeah, much higher.
I'd make you guys 10-1, maybe 8-1.
And I'm just going to go to Mason. You're at 75-1, the frenemies. And
what
he says is the Ohio passive aggressiveness will be off the charts. Mason will fume. Linz will roll eyes. Mason will laugh. Linz will cheer. Listeners will get fireworks.
Yes. Yeah, we'll have a little spirited debate out on the court.
So, Greg, do you know the format? Like, do you just play one game, or do you play best of 3, or what do you do?
So you're going to play one game in the 64
team.
In the 64 team.
To 11. To 11. You go to 11
okay.
in the 64 team tournament. When you get knocked out, you then go over to the 7-10 tournament.
Right.
The first two people out in the 64 play first in the 7-10 tournament.
Got it.
And it moves in that way.
So tomorrow we're going to be in Manhattan Beach. I was thinking, I wonder what it would take to get Lisa to give me a lesson over at the fancy club.
Probably not much.
Let's go after.
Let's
go after. Yeah, I'm in. Totally.
Yeah. You got to get a court. The courts are hard to get.
But I mean, she's Lisa Ireland.
Yeah, text her. She might be able to do it.
Okay. Yeah.
She's playing in a tournament today.
Is she?
A tennis tournament, not
right.
a pickleball tournament.
All right. Let's. We just destroyed the clock there. That's okay.
Give me an ID.
Yeah. You're listening to KSPN Los Angeles,
well,
a good
Bergman likes
Karma
that we
brand
destroyed
station.
the clock because he would like us to eliminate the 2 o'clock call of the day.
But it is time.
True statement.
877-710-ESPN for the 2 o'clock call of the day.
Greg.
If you stayed awake or got up early to watch the Dodgers, give us a reaction. They beat the Padres 5-2 last night. Otani blasted one through the right field side of the stadium. It was crazy.
And I thought Tyler Glasnow was fine. You gave him a C.
Yeah, I think it was not a great performance.
Agreed.
It was solid, but it was
Can't walk 4 guys.
Yeah, but
too many walks.
Yeah, I don't care how many people he walks as long as he doesn't give up a lot of runs.
But it's a stuff question, not an outcome question.
I mean, Kenley Jansen for 20 years walked everybody and then got out of it. I mean, if you can do that, you're fine.
He's gone.
Right. But Tyler Glasnow, I don't care if he walks 4 people as long as they don't score. Only one of them scored.
Right. I think it's a game of odds. You put runners on base, there's a likelihood that they score. Like, for example, the Padres walked, I think, 8 Dodgers.
Yeah.
So it was a big night for that. And Yu Darvish only lasted 3 and something, 3 and change. Yeah. Yep. So if you were awake last night for the game, 877-710 ESPN. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hani Mukhtar, come face to face.
Bouanga the shot, goal!
LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
The Dodgers are on pace for 162 wins right now after beating the Padres last night. Is this a little John Legend?
It is, yeah.
What a voice. 2 o'clock call of the daytime. A lot of people were awake for the game. Some people got up early. Some people stayed up late. I slept through it. Bergman, you slept through it?
Absolutely did. Set
Brian,
my alarm, woke
Brian,
up at 3
you
and
slept
said,
through
nope.
it?
Right through it.
Ireland, you were probably awake and didn't watch it.
No,
were you
I
awake?
taped it, and when I woke up at 6, I watched. I fast forwarded through it to get to watch all the runs, so I saw the runs.
I DVR'd ESPN.
I did too, but did it automatically tape Spectrum?
No, I got all night Sports Center.
So you didn't get the game.
No, so when I went to watch the game, it was Sports Center. It wasn't because
it was blacked out.
It was
here.
blocked out on ESPN.
Yeah, so if you're gonna do that tonight, tape Spectrum.
Yeah.
Sportsnet LA.
Did those guys? Yes. Did they do like the full pre and post and all that stuff?
Yeah, Worthy told me that they were ordering food.
Yeah.
For those guys, because they had to come in at 1 in the morning, and he said he ordered a bunch of like ribs and chicken.
Oh,
and stuff
wow.
like that, and Worthy's like, Don't you have to order like omelets?
Middle of the night run, yeah.
What would be the food you'd want to eat at 1 in the morning?
Taco
2
Bell.
in the morning?
Give me Taco Bell.
Maybe they were right.
Yeah, that's wasn't Taco Bell created for 1 in the morning?
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, 2 o'clock call of the daytime. Where do you want to start, Ireland?
How about Rudy on line 4?
Rudy, you're on 710. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, fellas. Glad to be online with you guys.
Thanks, man.
What do you got, Rudy?
They look really, really good. A little hesitant on Freddie Freeman, but he'll get into it. But we need a live bat on that number 9 spot. Gavin Lux, he's just not going to happen, man. We need somebody's going to give us that pop right there. Maybe a Kiki Hernandez every day.
Rudy, you're making this determination based on one game?
Yeah, he just doesn't have that pop. He hasn't had it. And it ain't going to come back this year, that's for sure.
Well, he's not a guy that's going to hit you home runs.
But in the minors, he destroyed every level of the minor leagues, and that's why they want to give him an opportunity. But I'm surprised you're giving up on him this soon.
It's going to be really – I would have not even started him this morning, actually. I would have had Miguel Rojas in there. I got more faith in Miguel Rojas getting the hit on bases loaded.
Miguel Rojas, Rudy, is a better fielder than Gavin Lux, but he's not a better hitter.
Here's the question. His natural position is shortstop. Would you play Miguel Rojas at short and bump Mookie to second?
Most definitely.
Okay. You're just sailing on Gavin Lux altogether. I mean, yeah, he had a really didn't do anything last night that would necessarily eliminate him from the lineup.
Bergman, how did he do in spring, Gavin Lux?
He was okay. He hit only singles. He had no extra base hits.
So neither did anybody else in that game.
Well, not in this game.
I don't think there were any extra base hits by either team.
To his point, Gavin Lux went 0-for-5, and the only reason that he had that one shot that started the 8th inning rally because he hit it to Cronenworth and went through
the glove. Yeah,
but
should have been a 3-6-1 double play.
Yeah, it should have been a double play, and that inning would have been over. So he was not good at the plate, and if he is not going to be good at the plate, he's not necessary in the field either because he's a bad defender.
Okay, all right, but Greg, here's my question.
Yes.
What is they want to give him an opportunity because he was one of their best minor leaguers over the last 15 years. He was just he was unbelievable in the minors. They kept him out of every trade because they wanted to keep him. How much time is enough time to try him at second base? How many games?
It depends. If he's playing defense at a high level,
let's say he's playing average defense, like not you're not losing because of him, but he's not going to win a Gold Glove.
He's not throwing balls away and all that stuff.
He's not throwing balls away. He's not constant errors and those kind of things.
Solid but average.
Solid but average. But is he?
What does he have to hit?
Is he hitting? He has to
hit?
Hit probably about like 270, 280.
Okay, so let me give you.
He has to on base percentage around 330, 340.
Okay, so let me first of all his last full season. Well, I guess it was mostly full. 421 at bats in 2022.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
He batted .276 with a .346 on base percentage, 7 triples, 6 homers, and 42 RBIs and 421 at bats.
That's fine. To
me, that's good.
If he does that and he plays average to good defense, you'll be fine. But if he is booting balls and dropping him in the dirt, and he's not hitting at the same time, you can't have him in. You can't have a dead spot in the lineup because of him.
Right.
If you're going to have a dead spot in the lineup, Miguel Rojas, which is a better dead spot in the lineup.
Yeah,
because
you get the glove.
Yeah. Let's do one. Oh, look, Ed in Orange County. Ed, you're on 710. Good afternoon. Did you watch the game last night?
I did. What's up, boys? It's your boy, Ed Hart. Good to talk to you.
Hey, Ed.
Happy early birthday, Steve.
Thank you.
Behind you.
Thank you, man.
Are you hitting 60? Is it 60 for
59, the big 5'9".
Oh, you can see it. It's on the horizon.
It's out there.
I'm hitting the 60 on April 7th, so I'm feeling it. But, I got up, I watched it. I watched the first couple innings, drifted in and out of consciousness, saw most of it. I think the storyline of the game was average to a little bit better than average starting pitching, which I think is going to be the story all year. Lights out bullpen, which will probably be the story all year.
Let's hope so.
Is phenomenal. The big three got on base 8 times. Mookie, Freddie, and Otani got on 8 times, which is a lot. And then one big inning. And, the ball going through the glove by Cronenworth is unfortunate for them. Great for us.
Yep.
But I think we're going to have one big inning just about, most games. I think this is going to be a storyline that's going to be pretty consistent throughout the victories anyway. As far as Lux is concerned, just since you guys talked about that while I was on hold, I think if he gives us 2022 numbers, it's great. I think as long as we're winning and he doesn't become a liability that's starting to cost us games, I like the idea of a platoon with him and Rojas. Rojas goes against the lefties, Gavin goes against the righties. That may be what they end up doing.
Okay.
So that's my thoughts.
Good takes.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I think it's one game and it's way too early to sail on anything at this point. But the most important thing is Gavin Lux has got to be able to field the position. If he gets the yips like he had in the spring, then he's going to be replaced because you can't afford to have a bad glove in the infield like that.
Well, because Max Muncy's already kind of a bad
He's
glove,
already
but
kind
he
of a
hits,
hack, yeah.
so you can leave him in there.
So
Muncy you can count on.
Muncy is starting to play a better third base. He's been working on it all spring. He had a really, really nice play in, I think it was against somebody in Korea, whereas he went over the third base bag. He dove for it, long throw to first, and it looked really nice. So he's getting better.
Okay.
Well,
he's
he's
still
okay.
never going to be a
He's
plus
okay
defender.
because you need his pop.
Yeah.
You need his back.
Yeah.
But if, like you said, Greg, if Lux doesn't get any extra base hits, you don't really need that bat.
No, you can get that out of Rojas and a better glove.
All right, let's see. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, Islands, we're going to do an all-day broadcast. It's Travis and Slee, us, and then Shadano and Cap will be there from 10 in the morning until 7 o'clock tomorrow night. And, of course, the madness is going on. All the games will be on, and we're giving away all kinds of prizes. You can watch the hoops, hang out, and 3 o'clock tomorrow, Kona pie eating contest, me versus Bergman versus Morales. That should be a mess. All that stuff tomorrow at Islands. Thanks to Islands Restaurant, your local paradise. All right, let me tell you about my friend Jacob from Ronnie. If you are involved in any kind of accident and you haven't called Jacob yet, what are you doing? Not taking action is going to cost you money. What's that mean? Well, let's say you were injured in a car accident a few months ago. You thought the pain in your back would go away, so you never went to see a doctor, but now a few months later, it's getting worse every week. Problem is, because it's been a few months since the accident, it's much more difficult to prove that your back pain was caused by the accident itself. Therefore, you probably got to pay for everything yourself. See? Why didn't you call Jacob? Do not put yourself in this situation. If you're injured in an accident, call Jacob right away. He'll get you to a doctor, no money out of pocket, so you can physically recover quickly and not have to pay for it yourself. A lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. Call Jacob. He'll win for you. 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or remember,
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
CallJacob.com. And don't forget, you're following Call Jacob on Instagram. He's always giving away stuff, great advice, prizes, all kinds of stuff. Go to @call.jacob. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts. And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, You hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
miss out.
That.
G's of LA Sports Radio, we're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwiched between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
All right, this is a really interesting story just broke.
All right, here are the details. Shohei Otani has been in the major leagues for 6 years. He has always had an interpreter, someone who, when Shohei does interviews, can explain things that are asked in English in Japanese and vice versa. It's somebody who is bilingual.
Ippei, I think his name is?
Yeah. Listen to this, Greg. This is massive. Representatives of Otani, and this just broke 10 minutes ago, have accused his interpreter of engaging in massive theft of Otani's money to place bets with an illegal bookmaker who is the target of a federal investigation. Lawyers for Otani made that claim after the LA Times learned Otani's name had surfaced in the investigation of Matthew Bauer, Bowyer. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. An Orange County resident. Otani's representative looks into the actions of the interpreter, Ippei Muzahara, in response to the Times, and a source close to the matter said, 2 sources have told the Times that money was in the millions of dollars.
Wow. No way. That's crazy.
In a statement, West Hollywood law firm Burke Bretler says, quote, in the course of responding to recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei has been the victim of massive theft, and we are turning that matter over to authorities. Attempts to reach Mizuhara were unsuccessful. He placed the bets, Mizuhara did, with Bauer, who was apparently a bookie.
Yep.
According to sources. So this just broke. More information coming out. But, Mace, let me tell you how serious this could be. An interpreter is basically granted full access to your team.
Yes.
He's allowed to go wherever Shohei goes.
Yep.
So if Shohei goes to the trainer, the interpreter goes with him. If Shohei goes out to eat, the interpreter goes with him. If this guy was taking inside information, like let's say he knows Shohei's got a bad hamstring.
Yep.
And he's betting particularly against Shohei.
Yes.
In any way, shape, or form. And now you can bet, like you guys are all involved in various betting things. You can bet on players individually. That's like the DraftKings kind of thing.
Yep.
Or you can actually bet games.
Sure.
You can bet on any aspect of professional sports.
Yeah, that's interesting. So was he betting on
It doesn't
Otani
say.
or against Otani.
But this, if it comes out that this guy, Ippei, was taking inside information and betting against Otani, this is bigger than Pete Rose. They would, I mean, it has the ability to become a major, major scandal in sports if this interpreter was taking inside information and particularly betting against the Angels or Otani. Now, we don't know that. It doesn't say what the nature of the bets were. The Pete Rose thing that came out after years when they wrote the
Dowd
book,
report,
right, was that Pete was always betting on the Reds.
Correct.
But the reason that was a problem was like Mario Soto was the best pitcher on the Reds that year. Maybe if Pete had more money on a game, he'd pitch him on 2 or 3 days
He'd pitch him
rest.
on short rest, yeah.
Yeah. This would be completely different. This would be so Shohei isn't going to hit.
Right.
But
in
it
other
hasn't
words,
been announced.
Yeah, he's got a minor injury. He's dealing with something. He's sick. He's got the flu, something like that.
He's got the flu on a day he's supposed to pitch. You know it. You bet $1 million on the Twins because you know Shohei is either A, not going to pitch, or B, going to pitch with the flu. That's gigantic.
Well, and here's he's using Shohei's money to bet on Shohei.
Right. Now, I wonder how he got access to the money. Maybe because the interpreter needed to buy things for Shohei, he had his
access
credit card
to
or
his
something. I'm sure that's
how
all.
much. Do they say how much?
No. And Dylan Hernandez and Jack Harris are also reporting on this story. Jack is the Dodger beat writer. Dylan Hernandez is the Times baseball columnist. He's actually a general columnist that writes about everything, but writes a lot of stuff about the Dodgers. We're assuming this primarily happened with the Angels since he's only played one game with the Dodgers. But if you have a rogue interpreter with full access to the clubhouse, the locker room,
and your bank account,
the potential for this to be disastrous is right there.
Yeah.
So this is something obviously to follow. The Times broke it.
Yep.
It is. There's several bylines on this story. They obviously have all hands on deck here.
Yeah, I saw Nathan Fenno, who's one
Gustavo
of their good business writers.
Areno, Adam Emilharic, Nathan Fenno, Paul Pringle, all listed on the byline, and Jack Harris and Dylan Hernandez contributing.
Now, when was Ippei Mizuhara his interpreter? Is he current? He's not currently his interpreter, or is he?
I would think he is. Greg, do you know?
Do you know, Greg? Is current
interpreter his current interpreter?
Yes, that is his current interpreter.
So he's in Korea with him right now?
Yes.
And this story breaks.
And unless it's something he's maybe was left home for some reason, but that is his interpreter.
All we know is 2 sources tell the Times that the money involved is in the millions of dollars. The millions of dollars.
Wow.
That's
we haven't
crazy.
had a gambling scandal in sports this big since Pete Rose. I mean, there have been some NFL guys that they found out that Calvin Ridley, they found out he did something and they suspended him for a year.
Yeah.
But Shohei Otani is literally the best player maybe in the history of baseball.
And one of the biggest sports stars on the planet.
I wonder how much money he took from him.
Yeah, all we know is in the millions of dollars.
This has the potential to really unravel a lot of things.
Yeah, wow.
I'm glad they caught the guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because hopefully, baseball is a little lucky here, Mace, that the Angels never make the playoffs.
Sure.
Because had this...
Could have been a playoff game.
Yeah, could have been playoffs or World Series games. Shohei's never played in one.
Yeah.
So it's less damaging in that sense.
Well, that'll be an interesting story to follow.
Yeah. So it just broke. It broke at 2:16, 12 minutes ago. The LA Times has it up on their website.
As far as playing on the field, Dodgers on the field again tonight in Seoul, middle of the night here, 3 a.m. The game is on Spectrum Sportsnet LA. Right? Spectrum Sportsnet LA, right?
They call it Sportsnet LA. It's owned by Spectrum. Spectrum Sportsnet has the Lakers channel, and Sportsnet LA has the Dodgers.
Okay, so Sportsnet LA has got the game tonight, and it is the debut of Yamamoto. This is the first time we'll see him in a big league game.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how long they leave him in. In spring training, he was lights out the first inning, but then once they saw him pitch, when he went through the lineup the second time, they had him figured out a little bit. Let's see how long they leave him in tonight.
Yeah, gave up a bunch of singles in his last 2 starts, so I'll be interested to see what he's able to do. And pitching for the Padres tonight, I think is it Joe Musgrove tonight? Joe Musgrove.
Greg, see if you can find this out. I wonder if Ippei is the interpreter for both Otani and
And
Yamamoto, or
Yamamoto.
do they each
I
have
think
their
Yamamoto-
own interpreter?
I think Yamamoto has his own interpreter, but I'm not positive about that.
Because it sounds like Shohei is out an interpreter right now.
Right. So if they did have a second one, that guy could.
Yoshihiro Sonoda is his interpreter for
All right,
Yamamoto.
so they each have their own, so they're covered. If
Yeah.
one guy can work for two
Sure,
players.
sure.
Because it seems like Ippei's going to jail.
Sounds like it.
Yeah,
sounds like it.
I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty, but sounds like they got a lot of proof here.
Yeah. That's we'll continue to follow that story. All right, coming up next, what do 300,000 condoms in the city of Paris have in common, John?
I can't wait to find out.
That's next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hani Mukhtar, come face to face.
Bouanga the shot, goal!
LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Hey, I'm Dave Denholm.
And I'm Mario Rees.
You know us from the LAFC radio broadcasts.
Now we have a new podcast called LAFC Plus, and you can find it on the ESPN LA app.
LAFC Plus brings you all the latest on the black and gold.
Plus, we break down the latest news and interesting stories from around MLS.
For all the news, fun, insight, and everything that is MLS and LAFC, join us on LAFC Plus.
LAFC!
It's available on the ESPN LA app and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Join us.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
Yo, the most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
So, you sent this along today, that when Taylor Swift had her concert at SoFi Stadium,
You went to one of those, didn't you?
I was at one of those, yeah. And the concert actually registered on the Richter scale.
Right, at Caltech.
The strong motion sensors placed near the stadium showed that there was literally, what would it be? Not geothermal. What would it be?
Well, there was seismic activity.
Seismic activity. That's what I'm looking for. And it was a 0.851. So not a big one, but a one.
Yeah.
For sure. And it happened during the song "Shake It Off."
No kidding.
Yeah.
So a lot of people were apparently trying to shake it off.
That was like the big one. All
Hey,
right, so
Beto just texted me, going back to the story about Shohei. If you're just joining us, Shohei's interpreter has been accused of stealing millions from him and then gambling with that money. And it's opened an investigation that could get very, very ugly. Ippei, the interpreter, was born in Japan, but he's actually been in California since he was a little kid. He went to Diamond Bar High School, graduated from the University of California, Riverside, moved to USA in 1991 in elementary school, used to work as an interpreter for the Red Sox, and then when Shohei came over, he got what would be considered the ultimate interpreter gig.
Wow.
And now he's probably going to jail. But depending on what facts come out of this case, and almost for certain he won't be Shohei's interpreter anymore.
You raise some. Do you ever worry about the people that have your money? Shohei obviously lost apparently millions of dollars, according to this report.
Shaquille O'Neal, of all people, gave me some good advice once.
Okay.
I said, man, you got a lot of money. What do you do with all of it? I was just sitting around on a plane once talking to him. And he said, I got 3 guys managing my money, and I got a guy watching them.
Oh, so a guy to watch the guy.
So his theory was, and I've kind of lived by this too, is that he has his assets, like picture all of his, let's say it's $100 million.
Yes.
He has like $33 million with one guy, $33 million with the other guy, and $33 million with the third guy. So if one of them turned out to be a crook, he wouldn't be financially destitute. He wouldn't get the Bernie Madoff treatment.
Because there are always those stories about like Billy Joel's business manager,
right?
Like ripped
Kareem
him off for tons of money.
Abdul-Jabbar's.
The same thing.
Yeah, same thing happened to him. Yeah. But and then Shaq says, and then I pay a separate guy, a fourth guy,
right,
just to monitor the 3 guys to make sure they're not stealing from me.
Yeah.
So I would imagine Shohei's going to do that from this point forward.
See, I got a guy. Juan.
Yeah. Juan just watches all of it.
I mean, Juan was trained as a CPA, so he keeps track of all the money.
All right. Well, don't bury the lead. How many condoms did you say?
300,000 condoms going to France for the Olympics, the Paris Olympics. Now, apparently there was a rule on intimacy that went into effect for the 2020 Olympics that was held in Tokyo because of COVID. To help prevent the virus from spreading, athletes were asked to limit their physical contact with each other, keeping about 6.5 feet apart. That has all changed now. Athletes will not be 6.5 feet apart anymore.
There'll be no social distancing.
Right. And my experience, by the way, of the Olympics is that everybody is getting some.
Is hooking up.
Everybody's hooking up.
I've heard that. And you've covered how many Olympics in person?
8.
All right. So you would know.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people say, well, why are you distributing condoms? That's encouraging this behavior. I'm with you. I think the behavior's happening whether you do it or not.
Oh, yeah, it's happening.
So by distributing condoms, it's actually smart.
Right.
I actually think they're doing a good
thing.
thing.
Yeah, no, they're doing a good thing. And I'm glad they're going to have fun in the Olympic Village this time. Last year must have been a bummer, or Tokyo must have been a bummer. You couldn't hook up.
I remember in the bubble, the NBA bubble players were getting thrown out for trying to hook up with like the testers and
right.
But now all those rules are gone.
Yeah, exactly. All right, don't forget, tomorrow we are at Islands in Manhattan Beach, all day live broadcast. Shadano and Cap will be there. Travis and Slee will be there. We'll be there. Hoops will be on all day long. All kinds of prizes. We're hitting the South Bay, and by the way, we've got the Kona eating pie contest. Me versus Bergman versus Morales. And there are $50,000 mythical dollars riding on that, right?
Between you and me, $50,000. And when we do Mythical Money, that's brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is the largest and #1 daily fantasy sports platform in North America. New members go to prizepicks.com/710 and use code 710 for a first deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports made easy.
Well done. Well
Thank
done.
you.
All right, so coming up next for you.
What's up, fool?
We're going to do a little What's Up, Fool? Bergman's got stuff. Brian's got stuff. That's coming up next for you. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
All right, Parker. What's up, Greg? Spring training. All right, Parker. Jeez. Little Otani and Dodger blue. Yeah, why are you looking at the camera? I don't know. Let's start over. All right, Parker. Dodger spring training. That's right, Greg. Otani and Dodger blue. Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one. Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back. Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55? Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests. Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps? Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in. Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there. Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
In the Southland, you know what we do each weekday at 2:45. What's up, fool? And we've been very excited that What's Up, Fool is made possible by our friends at Dos Hombres. In fact, we've got a special guest voice. Take it away, guest voice.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's Mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Look at that. How do I follow that? I don't. So I simply say, take it away, Corporate Greg.
Thanks, Morales. We're still trying to confirm, but it seems as if Ippei got fired by Shohei Otani.
Shohei
but it's
Ohtani's
not.
I would think.
Yeah.
Bill's shaken 15 minutes ago. Shohei Otani's attorneys accused him. It doesn't say he was fired right there. But
Well,
apparently
Bob Nightingale's reporting he's been fired.
Yeah,
He's
you
fired.
can't keep, if he potentially stole millions of dollars from you, I don't think you can keep him
But
on.
we had not reported
I think
that
I don't,
yet.
and I don't think you have to give him 2 weeks' notice either.
No, that's you're gone.
I think you're just gone.
He's gone. Okay, so I just need your guys' help and see, is there a way to stop this pandemic from happening?
What pandemic?
The reply all pandemic.
Oh, it's rough.
It's so bad. So in the last month, 3 different times, LAPC has put something. I'm assuming there's maybe 500 people. Yeah, somebody got a promotion. Good for them. Somebody was retiring. Good for them. Somebody sent something out. There's this massive thing from LAPC that they send out, and people are replying all.
Oh no!
All the
Do
time.
not reply
It's happened
all.
3 times in the last month. What do you do to stop this?
Ignore it.
Yeah, I mean,
but no, the emails just keep coming in. Come. Yeah, Brian, help me here.
I'm right here with Greg. Today already, I delete it, it's back 2 seconds later. I delete it, it's back 2
Oh, right.
seconds
So
later.
is this your ESPN accounts? Because I don't get anything from LAPC.
Go look at your ESPN account.
I don't even know what's going on there. I'm sure I'm getting all kinds of directives.
Why do we still have a reply all button?
Well, I mean, so I'm in this situation all the time. There's something going back and forth with me and one of our MCs and you and Morales, and Carlo, and we keep emailing back and forth. I think you have to reply all. Sometimes you have no choice but to reply all.
When it's a small amount of people, that's okay.
One time, I remember somebody took, at the Laker facility, somebody took somebody's chips out of the break room.
Oh, yeah.
And so this guy wrote a long list of, hey, I don't know who took my chips, but I don't appreciate it. If you could please return them, something like that. And I looked, and I go, why am I getting this? I'm never in the facility. He hit reply all to the entire company. Genie Bus, Rob Pelinka, everybody accused of stealing the chips, but I don't think he ever got his
Well, I
chips
think
back.
they send out birthday emails around here, and some people will reply all and say happy birthday. Wrong.
Do not reply.
I always send
it to the person.
I always send it to the person.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. But I don't reply
By the
all
way,
like some people.
If you do reply all to a happy birthday message, aren't you looking for a little attention?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
And by
just
the way,
a little.
don't reply all with stop replying all, because you're still replying all, and that's a problem in itself.
Yeah, Brian, are you gonna survive this?
I don't know. It's one of those things where it ticks me. I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's too
Again?
much. It's too much.
I see how Greg came in today. I was like, I saw it's happening again today, man. I thought 2 days later.
3 times.
Oh wow, I feel your
Stop
pain. I
replying
feel
all.
your pain.
All right, knock it off, people.
What's up, fool?
Common etiquette.
Fired
man.
up.
Come on.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
I saw this story the other day. A special 2000 Kobe Bryant Los Angeles Lakers championship ring. Apparently, it's one he gifted to his father. Is now up for auction, and it's currently, as of last check, it's set at $94,000. So I got a couple questions here for you guys. John, this one's especially for you. Are you guys given championship rings? Like when the Lakers win, do you get a ring?
Yeah.
And Mace, do you have any Rams or any kind of Laker rings?
I've
as
got
well?
replicas after the Super Bowl, but that's it.
So what happens, Brian, is if you're on staff like I am, you get a ring, but it's not the same as the player ring. It's still really nice. By comparison, I think my ring is worth between $5,000 and $10,000, and their rings are probably worth between $50,000 and $75,000. Just because they're nicer. But yeah, they're really nice. Here's the one thing about rings. I'll bring mine in so you can see it. I mean, it's like it's so big you can't really wear it, which is why I wonder the person that's buying it for $94,000.
Right.
If they're planning on wearing it, they should look at it first because they're super, super big.
Well, it's very specific. It is Kobe's ring from 2000. It weighs 59.6 grams. It is Kobe's ring size, which is 11.5. 40 diamonds. The face of the ring reads Lakers World Champions, while one side displays the name Bryant above the number 8 and the NBA logo. This side also contains the Lakers' regular season mark, 67-15, as well as their postseason win-loss record of 15-8. And the bidding is $94,000. Now, even you would have to say that's a pretty cool piece of memorabilia. To have Kobe's actual championship ring from 2000.
Right. What do you do with it?
Display it.
Where?
You get a big plaque thing, and this is Kobe's
in
ring.
your house?
Yeah, in my house.
Okay.
In my studio.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Oh, come on. Kobe, an actual Kobe Bryant ring.
Not if
his
Kobe,
ring from 2000.
If Kobe gave it to me, I would treasure it, but just buying it at an auction, you know I am about rings.
Yeah.
If you're not a player and you didn't earn it, it's weird for you to be.
I'm not going to wear the Kobe ring. I'm going to display the Kobe ring. Would you not want this as a valuable piece of memorabilia?
Yeah, of course I would. That's actually something that's...
It's not like
very cool.
A set of shoes or a shoe that was. This is his actual championship ring.
I got a couple of replica Dodger World Series rings, and those things are probably like $5. There's the giveaways.
Right. Giveaway night. Yeah, ring night.
I have those out with all my autographed baseballs. They're a nice piece of art.
I've got a couple of bobbleheads. I keep some Dodger stuff. I actually have the Caleb Williams bobblehead that the Dodgers did last year.
Caleb Williams had his pro day today.
Yeah, he did.
Sedano and Cap were there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did they go?
Oh, right. I saw. Was Lou Riddick there? Is that where? Yep. Yeah. So Cap was over there. I saw that
with Alex Van Pelt as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Alex Van Pelt,
Cappy played in college with both of those guys.
Yeah.
With Louis Riddick and Alex Van Pelt at Pittsburgh.
Cool. Well, a complete report is obviously coming up with the afternoon show today.
What's up, Foo?
Sticking with the football realm, Netflix, the creators of the quarterbacks.
Yep.
Coming out with the receivers. Apparently, it's the same creators, and the receivers they followed last season going to be Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, and Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I'm in.
I am way more for this than the quarterbacks.
Way more
one.
interesting than quarterbacks.
Divas.
Receivers are like divas.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always drama with receivers.
And these documentaries are great. Oh, Mace.
No way. Absolutely not doing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say.
No,
not doing it.
You got to do me this one favor.
What?
I know you hate the Patriots.
I hate the Patriots.
You just have to watch episode 10.
That's it.
It's 38 minutes because it's all about the Super Bowl you went to in Atlanta and how he got over on McVay. And here's the amazing thing about it.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft had pretty much decided in the Brady-Belichick. You'll learn that Brady and Belichick absolutely hated each other. And at this point, it had become untenable. So Kraft had to pick one side.
Yep.
And he was leaning on siding with Brady because he was so mad at Belichick for benching Malcolm Butler in the Eagles Super Bowl and then not giving an explanation to anybody.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft said, I blamed Bill for that loss, and I was watching him closely. And what he did to Sean McVay and the Rams, remember, he held him to 3 points.
Oh, yeah. I remember.
Won me over and made me decide that I had to keep Bill and let Tom go. And, looking back now, obviously that was a mistake.
Right.
But it's the reason you'll like it. It's 38 minutes. It's all about that Rams Super Bowl that you were at.
Yep.
And it's called, the name of the episode is The Crumbling of the Dynasty. It's watching it all crash and burn. So I think you would like that.
So when you talk about that Super Bowl, the only thing I can think is Brandon Cooks dropped a sure touchdown pass.
That's in here?
Is it in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And basically,
Belichick completely outsmarted.
Well, you know what he did? They hadn't played zone defense all year.
Right, and they threw a bunch of guys on the line.
They were watching film and realized that Jared Goff and Sean McVay hadn't seen a good zone all year, and they switched to zone.
Yep.
And held him to 3 points.
And Brandon Cooks dropped a touchdown.
But yeah, Brian, I'm in on that. I'm in on the receiver thing.
The receiver thing will be...
I've been watching Full Swing, the golf thing on Netflix. It's been great.
Yeah.
But Mace, you'll trust me on this. Episode 10 of the Dynasty on Apple.
Okay, I will
watch that. And I think after you watch it, you may go back and watch some other ones, but even if you don't, you'll like episode 10.
Okay.
Because you were there at that Super Bowl, and you don't like the Patriots, and it's how the Patriots died.
Yeah. I was miserable after that Super Bowl, too.
There was a meeting at Kraft's house where Giselle and Tom went over there and basically just talked to Robert Kraft for an hour about what an a-hole Belichick is. And after the meeting, Kraft was like, Tom's going to leave. These two can't coexist anymore. So that's what ended. It's weird what ends dynasties.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe and Shaq broke up.
Right.
And it ended the Laker
Normally
dynasty.
personality clashes.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was, they could have kept going had Belichick given an inch, but he wouldn't do it.
What I remember about after that Super Bowl, there was a 2 a.m. flight, special because it was Super Bowl, back to L.A.
Right. Were you on it?
I was on it, and so was Rich Eisen.
Okay.
So I had a long conversation with Rich. He kept calling me Mike.
Who do you think he thought you were?
Well, he told me, I asked him, who do you think I am? He said, Mike Martz. I'm like, no, I'm not Mike Martz.
You know what's weird
He
is...
was asking me very specific questions.
Yeah. What's weird is Rich likes this show.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Because Dave Singer works at the NFL Network, and he's asked Rich, like that Larry David clip we played. Larry first... that was with Bill Simmons when we played, but Larry first gave that theory with Rich on his podcast.
Right.
And so whenever I call Dave and say, hey, when was this on Rich's show, blah, 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 he always says, hey, Rich listens to you guys and is happy to come on at any point. If he thinks you're Mike Martz, it would be really interesting.
Well,
if he
a great
came on.
offensive mind, but kind of a jerk.
That'd be great.
You got one more?
What's up, fool?
Yeah, I got one more for you guys here. So, as we know, LeBron and JJ came out with a podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's called Mind the Game or Mind Your Game.
Yep.
And I was very excited this. I listened to it on my way home yesterday. But the thing that got me is, so they advertised those two. All the clips are LeBron and JJ, together.
Yeah.
It starts 10 minutes of straight JJ Redick, and I was this close
Really?
to turning it off. Yeah, that's why I was like,
So LeBron just jumps in after 10 minutes?
Switch.
Right, I thought it was a bait and switch. So LeBron comes in, he's there for half an hour. So it's like a 40-minute episode, but the first 10 minutes are
Does
all
he talk
JJ.
about this team? Or is it
A
more
little bit,
like
yes.
a historical?
He does talk about this team, a little bit more of like X's and O's, and a lot of historical, though, about their past teams and stuff like that.
He
But-
throw anybody under the bus?
Not that I remember.
Okay, all right.
He did give some praise to, people like Rondo and stuff, saying like best mind he's ever had on the court kind of a deal.
Yeah.
But great watch. Not a fan of the bait and switch kind of a deal.
Yeah,
10
no,
minutes,
that's
I was
weird.
30 seconds away from turning it off.
Interesting. It's Mind the Game with LeBron James and JJ Redick. It's apparently a co-production of their two companies. When are you starting your podcast?
Don't have time.
Don't have time? Bergman, when do you start? Oh, you have the Blue Review.
Yeah, that's right. I have the Blue Review every day.
Now,
every day.
Who did
Monday
the
through Friday.
Blue Review today?
Parker Bell, me, and Marcus Grant.
Is it generally speaking you three?
Yeah, it's usually us three.
So you broke down the game that nobody watched?
Yes.
Excellent.
That's exactly what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you listen.
Tomorrow,
you don't
another
have to
episode.
watch. You just listen to the Blue Review.
Exactly. You know exactly what happens. And by the way, this podcast, I saw some of the clips from it.
Yeah.
From this podcast. It's very, very in depth.
Is
you
it?
have to be a basketball nerd to like this.
Really?
Like Sedano is going to love it.
Oh, right.
I
If
think,
you're in the league.
think John will love it. You're in the league. Like it's really, really.
I might
in
listen
depth.
to it on the way home today.
I'm just waiting for him to say something that we can play with.
But Brian, you want me to fast? You're telling me fast forward through the first 30 minutes.
You could, I love JJ Redick too, but the first 10 minutes, you don't really need it.
All right, there you have it. There is your What's Up, Fool. Dodgers now the most hated team in Major League Baseball. One St. Louis Cardinal has coined a new phrase to describe it. Tell you what it is coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are hiring, you probably know it can take up to 11 weeks on average to hire for an open position. You don't have that kind of time. If you're listening today, you got to try ZipRecruiter. And right now you can try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. You can check out the people they send you and hire them if you want to with one click. How fast do they work? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Go to that exclusive web address to try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Saturday night.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dress. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me in Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts. And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, you hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
miss out.
That.
At ESPN, don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason in Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason in Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
I get so much action on Cut right now on the Cut app. If you haven't downloaded it yet,
still
you should
losing?
do it. Well, I'm.
You and I have a couple of bets tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm down 150 in the Cut app right now.
That's
Bergman
not
is
bad.
up.
I'm up 79.
Amazingly.
80.
Amazingly.
Amazingly, I'm good at betting in real life.
Here's what I got so far in the tournament. I got Akron plus 12.5 over versus Creighton. I don't think they're going to win the game, but I think they'll keep it close.
Creighton's really good.
Samford plus 6.5 versus Kansas. I think that's a good line. Yale plus 12.5 against Auburn. Yale plays really slow. Texas A&M plus 1.5 over Nebraska. I actually like Texas A&M to go deep into the tournament because Stephen A. picked them to go to the Final Four, so they must be good. And I've got St. Mary's minus 6.5 over Grand Canyon. Have you seen the Antelopes play?
Grand Canyon, no, but they're good.
They're good, but St. Mary's plays slow. What's that?
The Deer and the Antelopes?
The Deer and the Antelopes, yes. So if you want to bet against us, you can download the Cut app, K-U-T-T. You can bet against your friends. You can bet against us. You can bet against the public. And you can make real cold, hard cash. Download the Cut app. And again, if you see a bet from me, you might want to jump on it because I've not got a winning record.
No, you do not.
At least as of this moment. It's early. We just started this thing. All right, John, we had a conversation about this off the air. I'm going to bring it to you. So occasionally you get into a fight with your spouse, right?
Yeah.
Disagreement.
Sure.
Do you get it? Are you a fighter, or do you and Lisa
Not
get into
a lot,
big fights?
but sometimes. Yeah.
In my house, we just stew.
Okay.
We never actually fight. We just stew. But we're having this conversation that once you curse in a fight, it's over. Then it becomes a big fight. Now, when you're fighting, do you curse?
No, neither one of us.
See, I think if you were to say a curse word in the middle of a fight, it means the fight is escalating by a lot. Do you think, Bergman?
Yeah, well, it depends on how you use it. If you're using the F word and it's kind of just emphasis, that's okay. But if you're calling them something, that's not okay.
Yeah, calling them something is a real loser.
Once you curse at the person and use it towards them, then it becomes a
But
problem.
Mace, you curse in regular everyday
Right.
conversations.
Correct.
So
But
I don't think you cursing at Juan would be any different than you not.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's name calling.
It's the name calling.
It's if you say
I'm blanking mad.
I'm
it's not-
effing angry.
Yeah.
That's different than you're an effing
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
Do you and Allison fight?
No, come on now.
You don't fight at all?
I'm not a fighter.
Never?
Never.
You don't seem like a fighter.
Just let it go.
Humboldt genius? You don't fight.
I know. Exactly. Come on.
All right, so I pulled this story. This is interesting, especially because of the source. Okay, so there is a pitcher in St. Louis. His name is Miles Mikolas.
Okay.
And he actually has torpedoed my fantasy team at least once. I know that much. So Miles Mikolas says that the Dodgers, and obviously hates the Dodgers, says the Dodgers are playing checkbook baseball. Checkbook baseball. Now, I would think that this is a pretty common thought out there, that the Dodgers are trying to buy a championship. This is what Miles Mikolas says. He told reporters this. He said, we're not exactly a low payroll team, but you got the Dodgers playing checkbook baseball. We're going to be the hardest working group of Midwestern farmers we can be. It would be great to stick it to the Dodgers. Now, I want to point this out. First of all, the Cardinals, it's a very imperfect messenger because the Cardinals have the 10th highest payroll in the league.
Right. And they've always been a have rather than a have-not.
Correct. Also, the Dodgers have the same number of Midwesterners on their roster as the Cardinals. And Miles Mikolas is not from the Midwest. He's from Florida. So don't let him tell you he's a Midwestern farmer. He said we're going to be the hardest working Midwestern farmers you can find. But this is going to be super common this year. Everybody, I talked to my brother last week. Boy, the Dodgers are really trying to buy a championship. Championships you cannot buy. You cannot buy a championship. There is no guarantee. It's guaranteed the Dodgers are going to have an electric season. It's guaranteed that they're going to draw more people than any team in Major League history. It's true that it's going to be an exciting place to be all summer, but the question is how they play in October. And it doesn't matter how much you spend. It doesn't matter if you're playing checkbook baseball. It doesn't matter once you get to October.
And this is proven all the time.
Yep.
Look at me at the World Series last year. The Texas Rangers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Once the playoffs start, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, anybody can do what the Dodgers did.
Sure.
You know, the Dodgers just stepped up and did it.
Well, and I would imagine that you're going to see more players. It takes a unique player, but you're going to see more players say, you know what, I'll defer my money. I think deferrals are going to be
it depends
much more
what
common.
happens with the tax laws. But
I didn't realize Mookie Betts has deferred money.
Yep.
Freddie Freeman has deferred money. This is not new. It's just nobody had deferred $680 million. That never happened. No, that's new. But I think now, if I was a Major League Baseball player and I was well set, I would defer money because I want my team to be able to do stuff around me so that we got a chance to win. So I think deferrals are going to be much more common.
Right. And just because the Dodgers are favored and they spent the most money, as you said, doesn't mean they're going to win it. Matter of fact, Dodgers have spent a lot of money over the last 10 years. They've won once.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you still watch just to see if they can do it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get used to the fact that the Dodgers are the most hated team in Major League Baseball.
Well, you'll be reminded that.
Yeah.
Embrace it. Embrace all of it.
Embrace the hate?
Yeah, embrace the hate. The Yankees did it for a very long time as the evil empire. It's okay to be the evil empire sometimes.
Yeah.
You just got to win. Just got to win.
More information coming in about this Shohei
Oh,
Otani
yeah.
interpreter thing. If you're just joining us, Shohei's interpreter, Ipe Muzahara, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, was fired today.
It will next be said in a courtroom, apparently.
Yeah, and here's the money, Mace. $4.5 million
Holy
in
hell.
wire transfers.
That's crazy.
From Otani's account went to a bookkeeping operation that's under federal investigation.
Wow.
Apparently, Ipe spent 90 minutes talking to ESPN last night, giving his side of the story. This is coming from Alden Gonzalez. So pretty soon we're going to hear from Ipe, or at least hear what he has to say. And I don't know how he survives this.
Well, no, I mean, it sounds like he's potentially... I mean, he's not going to interpret for Shohei Otani anymore. I mean, I don't know. You don't want the interpreter who stole $4.7 million. I can't imagine. I would imagine he's going to go to jail if the charges are proven.
How about this? Initially, a spokesman for Otani told ESPN last night that Otani had transferred the funds willingly to cover Muzahara's gambling debt.
Well, wait, this is different now.
Stay with me.
Okay.
The spokesman presented Muzahara to ESPN for a 90-minute interview last night, during which Muzahara laid out his account in great detail. However, as ESPN prepared to publish the story Wednesday, the story being that Muzahara made some mistakes, got behind in gambling, Otani covered the debts for him, everything was going to be fine. But right before ESPN was going to publish, the spokesman who set up the interview disavowed Muzahara's account of the story and said Otani's lawyers would issue a statement.
Wow.
So it was all...
So they were trying to
cover it up. They were trying to cover it up,
yeah,
not clean it up. And
so they must have found out about this by busting the bookmaker,
right?
And then they traced
it back. He's under investigation, and so this was the statement that Otani's agents released.
Mm-hmm.
In the course of responding to recent media inquiries, we discovered that Shohei had been the victim of a massive theft, and we're turning the matter over to authorities. So maybe Shohei knew he was gambling, didn't know it was this bad, and didn't know he was smuggling money from him, and $4.5 million is a lot.
Wow, that's crazy.
The spokesman declined to answer any further questions, and the statement did not specify whom they believe perpetrated the alleged theft.
Wow.
So there's more to come on this for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Andy Kamenetsky just texted me, "Hail, fellow well met."
Yeah, I guess so.
It is a final. You steal $4.5 million. It's final. Beto is still on the he's got all the pickleball odds. He's really...
I just read most of them.
Yeah, no, but Beto just sent them to me.
Oh, now it's different.
John, you're the second pick in this tournament.
No. Greg, you said I'm like down the line, right? 20-1?
I said, yeah, you were...
15-1.
15-1. That's not the second pick.
Yeah, there were like 5 or 6 teams ahead of me.
Just
by the
not
way, you.
I am going to make a bet on Ireland and Lisa. We've got custom bets on Cut.
Yeah, don't bet against yourself. You're cheating.
I did. I'm just waiting to see if somebody takes the action. I did put it out there.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Nobody take that action.
No, probably nobody will. We will absolutely not advance in the tournament. I'm going to wind up playing 2 matches, John. One against the field, and then one against the 7-10 gang, and I think that'll be it for the day. 2 matches and done.
Mace, this Otani story is now it's a matter of who's lying.
Yes.
So in the interview last night with ESPN,
yep,
Muzahara, who's 39,
yep,
told ESPN he asked Otani last year to pay off his gambling debt, which multiple sources said had ballooned to $4.5 million. Muzahara said he previously had placed bets on DraftKings and assumed the bookie he was using was legal. Quote, obviously, Shohei wasn't happy about it and said he would help me out to make sure I never do this again. He decided to pay it off for me. I want everyone to know Shohei had zero involvement in betting. I want people to know I did not know this was illegal. I learned my lesson the hard way. I'll never do sports betting again. End quote. But on Wednesday afternoon, Muzahara said Otani had not transferred money to the bookmaker. So they were all just covering their tracks.
Yeah.
Muzahara has translated for Otani since he moved to the U.S. in 2018. accompanying him in dugouts, locker rooms, player lounges, on trips, and elsewhere, making him highly recognizable. He has been the interpreter for Otani with team managers and coaches, goes over scouting reports. The two are rarely separated. He runs errands for the pitcher, carries his water bottle, and is ever present. Otani, one of his teammates, once referred to the duo as having a brotherhood that goes beyond friendship.
Wow. So this is a big breakup for him, too.
Yeah. He's been paid between $300,000 and $500,000 annually by the Dodgers, or by the Angels.
Right. Okay. Wow. This story, it'd be interesting to see how it works out.
Yeah. It's not over.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
for
over,
sure.
yeah. All right, coming up next for you, we always talk about it being National Something or Other Day. Good ones. I want to bounce them off you coming up next. Plus, did the Lakers blow their draft pick in this last NBA draft? We'll get to that as well. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN. Let's talk about Hyundai. I am thrilled to be working with the Southern California Hyundai dealers. First thing I did when I started this partnership was I started driving a Hyundai. Went over to Santa Monica Hyundai, got an Elantra hybrid, and absolutely love it. Getting 50 miles a gallon, smoking car. First time driving a hybrid, and man, especially with gas, $5 a gallon right now, it's a good time to be driving a hybrid. Or how about an EV? The Hyundai Ioniq 6 is spectacular. They let me try it out for a week. It's an EV with a long driving range and cutting-edge technology, and it is a beautiful-looking car. Don't forget about the sharp design of the 2024 Sonata, the Santa Fe, if you want to go with an SUV. This spring, you can get in and get away with a great deal on the Hyundai you've always wanted at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. As always, every new Hyundai comes with America's best warranty. 3 years, 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance, so hurry in today because these great deals will not last. Add more joy to every journey at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event going on now. Visit buyhyundai.com or see your SoCal Hyundai dealer today. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Travis the Madness.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hani Mukhtar, come face to face. LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
OGs of LA Sports Radio, we're here each weekday, 1 to 4 p.m. for your afternoon. Sandwich between Travis and Sliwa and Sonato and Cap. Mason and Ireland continues now.
So whenever we're doing the show, I always look at the National Day of whatever. And today I thought was interesting. There's some interesting ones that merit some debate, John.
Such as?
How about National Alien Abduction Day?
Well, you don't believe in aliens.
I do not. I believe in aliens. I just don't believe they're wasting their time with us. And what the hell do they need to examine us for? They're advanced beings. What do they possibly
maybe
need to do?
they're dumber than us.
Do you believe in alien abduction?
Sure.
You do?
Sure. I believe. You know me. If it's a conspiracy theory, I'm in.
See, I think that's just nutty. Do you believe in it, Bergman?
Of course I believe in it.
You believe in alien abduction?
I'm sure
that an alien beams somebody up into a spaceship and then explores every orifice. This is the story that goes around. It's such BS.
I'm sure it actually happens because, listen, if they're advanced beings, they still need to, they're smart, so they want to figure out all the organisms and see what they're all about. We still, as humans, we still look at all other organisms that are smaller and like little, and we look into what they are.
Brian, as stoners, let's set them straight.
Right.
No.
Aliens are real. Abductions, no chance.
Yeah.
As a stoner, you should think they are real.
No, dude.
Yeah, dude. They come down, they put this light down, and they pull you up into the light, man.
Yeah. No, I'm not buying on that. Okay. It's National Astrology Day.
I'm not really into it.
That's another one I don't buy either.
No, I'm out.
It's made up bull.
I think Laura
is obsessed.
I know. I'm glad she's
astrology.
not here today. I'm glad she's not here today.
Momo's obsessed.
Oh my God, Momo! Don't mention any sort of sign around her because she will go. Oh, you're an Aries. You go great with a Taurus. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, and
that is a bar.
By the way, every woman I've ever dated, except for Lisa, I have no idea what their astrology sign is.
I don't know Juan's astrology sign. It's something. No. It's like.
When's his birthday?
Nor do I know if I'm supposed to get along with him or not.
One of the fall ones.
One of the fall ones.
Yeah.
When's his birthday?
November 23rd.
That's
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, yeah.
So
like cusp.
A Sagittarius must go along really good with an Aries because we've been going for 18 years. So does that mean anything?
It could just mean because that specific day.
You're defending astrology.
It's all about this certain day. Like, it's weird. I'm just kind of I go on a lot of dates.
So far, yeah. Now, do you match signs when you go on a date?
No, I don't. They ask me.
What is your sign?
Virgo.
So do you say, hey, you're a Cancer. We get along well together because of our astrological charts.
I say, I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? And one person that I went on like one date with, she goes, no, Virgo, I'm out.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Some people still use that.
That's all it took.
You're not missing anything.
Do you even know what Allison is?
Yeah, she's into this kind of stuff, so I do. But I tell her straight up, like, it's BS. Like, come on. I don't believe it.
You do fight.
That's not a fight. That's just saying.
Just
yeah,
fact.
yeah,
wrong.
that's just fact. It's funny. I was talking to this guy for the Culture Pop podcast, a comic named Rory Scovel, really funny guy, and he said just randomly, my wife is a witch. Like real? I mean, an actual witch, like an actual like charmed, casting spells and what? He said, yeah, she's an actual witch.
Excellent.
Okay, National Great American Meat Out Day.
Come
So you're
on.
not supposed to eat meat today.
In honor of that, I'm going out and ordering a giant steak.
I am getting a ribeye tonight to
What
celebrate National Meat Out
Please.
Day. Everybody says I'm going to get rid of red meat. I'll tell you, I eat red meat 3-4 times a week. I think I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are anybody else vegetarian around here? I don't get it.
Not a vegetarian, but I try to not eat red meat anymore. It's really not good for your body.
No,
There's nothing good about
It's
it.
delicious.
But it
for
is
your
delicious.
taste buds. That's the whole point.
It is delicious. It's just not good for you, and it hurts my stomach a lot of times.
So
I
do you
don't-
eliminate? You've eliminated red meat.
As much as possible.
Brian, what about you?
I try to enjoy life, so I'll take as much red meat
I'm
as
with
I
you.
can.
It's enjoyable.
Bring it on.
It's enjoyable while you're eating it. When later on it's not enjoyable, that's when I don't like it.
I'll be old when it catches up to me.
No,
I'll
no,
be
no.
old.
He doesn't realize
that
he's
night.
old now.
I'm not
Yeah.
old. I'm not old. 59
75
is
tomorrow.
59 is the new 35. Yeah, no. And by the way, and the fake meat is terrible. All the
Yeah, I
fake
agree
meat
with
is
you.
awful, and it has more calories
If
than
I
real
see
meat.
Beyond Meat on a
Ugh,
menu, I'm
yeah,
out.
It's beyond me.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So anyway, I got that out of the way. Now, John, I want to ask you something. There are teams in the NBA that have made valuable draft picks or really solid draft picks in this last draft.
Yep.
And they've gotten guys who are contributing now.
Oh, a lot of them.
So
Jaime Jaquez, really good. Cam Whitmore.
Cam Whitmore. Brandon Podziemski from Golden State is really.
He's starting now.
Yeah. So this was apparently. This is from who got this story? Anthony Irwin.
Okay. Writes on one of the Laker websites,
Yes.
right?
Lakers Daily.
Lakers Daily. There you go. Fans this season have prospects drafted immediately. Jaime Jaquez, Brandon Podziemski, impact player for Golden State, Cam Whitmore, averaging double-double. Jalen Hood-Schifino has not really factored into what the Lakers are doing this year. According to sources, the consensus pick was Kobe Buffkin. Do you know Kobe
He was on the
Buffkin?
Hawks.
Has he been good?
Hasn't played much.
He was their consensus pick, but when he was selected 15th by Atlanta, the Lakers scrambled. The scouting department wanted Cam Whitmore once Buffkin was off the board, but Pelinka and other higher-ups in the organization were concerned about medical history, and they went Hood-Schifino instead because Pelinka had seen him in the Big Ten Conference Tournament. Now, I mean, other teams drafted players that made an impact right away. The Lakers did not. It seems to me that they blew their draft pick.
I think it's too early to say that, but I think that Jaime Jaquez, and here's why it's too early to say that. Jalen Hood-Schifino played 1 year at Indiana.
Right.
He's 19 years old.
Yes.
I have no idea if he's good. When Max Christie came to the Lakers, I have no idea. Max Christie played 1 year at Michigan State.
Right.
Now I watch him, and I'm thinking,
he's great.
That guy's going to be in the NBA for 15 years.
Sure.
In 1 year, he's made a huge leap. I don't know if Jalen can make a Max Christie-esque leap next year, but
he's appeared in only 21 games.
Right. But Podziemski and Jaquez are older and played more college than Hood-Schifino.
Well, that's a pretty good model for the Lakers. That's the Kyle Kuzma model from Utah.
Right.
Played multiple years.
Played 3 years at Utah and then came into the league. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm saying it is too early to call Jalen Hood-Schifino a bust. He's only 19. Let's see what he looks like in a year. Those other guys were more NBA ready. If that's Anthony's point, I would agree with him.
Yeah, but why wouldn't the Lakers, knowing that LeBron is in a short window, why would they not want a player who's more NBA ready right now? Why wouldn't they want an older player who's got collegiate experience who might contribute right away instead of playing just 21 games?
Because I think they were thinking, I mean, it's a better question for Rob than it is for me, but I think they were thinking, okay, this draft pick isn't going to play much anyway. We have a veteran team. We don't necessarily need somebody who's going to play right now. We need somebody who we can build around when LeBron and AD are gone, and let's see if we can find our next good star. Like, Austin Reeves was completely undrafted.
Right.
And they lucked out there. So
he's a guy who had a lot of collegiate experience, too.
Right. So I think for the most part, the Lakers have been pretty good at finding guys in the draft. And I don't know if Jalen is going to work out or not, but they would say it's too early to say he's a bust. Or it's too early to say what you said, which is
they blew the draft
pick.
Yeah, I didn't call him a bust. I said they blew the draft pick. Bergman, what do you think?
I actually agree with John. I think it's still a little bit too early. Because
even though there are guys that are contributing that went later in the draft.
It's like guys like Jaime Jaquez. I watched Jaime Jaquez play every single game.
Yeah, you
at
knew
UCLA.
that guy would be able to contribute in the NBA.
Yes, but also I don't think his game doesn't translate to the offense that the Lakers run. In Miami, it does. It's more wide open. He can cut to the basket. He can do a lot of different things. And also he benefited from injuries that got him into the starting rotation. I
guess if you're a Laker fan, what you hope is that Jalen Hood-Schifino turns into Max Christie. Like you watch Max Christie now. We had him on the postgame show the other night, and I asked him. I said, "It seems to me that you jump higher and are quicker than you were as a rookie." And his point was, he goes, "Yeah, I'm only 20. I was 20 when I was a rookie. I'm 21 now.
Right.
Might be 22. He said, I'm still growing."
Yeah.
He goes, people forget that about young guys, is that, we can get better and can get faster. And you go back and look at Kobe when he was 18 and was a rookie.
Right.
He's a skinny kid that was, had a lot of confidence, but couldn't dominate. And you look at Max now, and if you try and guard him one-on-one, he'll jump right over you and dunk. So that's what they hope Hood-Schifino turns into. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that right now Jalen Hood-Schifino is better than Pajemski or Jaquez or Whitmore. He's not.
Right.
But in 2 years, he might be. And I think that's what they're hoping for.
All right, we'll see. Dan Monson is living a crazy life right now.
I love this story. Do you want to do it now or you want to do it after the break?
We'll do it after the break. Yeah, it's a great story. Dan Monson,
you see what
head coach.
he said?
I did.
Yeah.
This is awesome. That's why I brought it up. He brought up the most interesting point.
And if you don't know who Dan Monson is, stay tuned because this is really interesting.
We'll tell you next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hani Mukhtar, come face to face.
Bouanga the shot, goal!
LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing. My favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts. And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, you hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
miss out.
That.
One most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The number one most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles, and we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
All right, I got a couple of bets that came in on the Cut app. Tell me if you like these, John. Indiana, minus 11.5 over Detroit. Game is in Detroit.
It's a lot of points. We play Indiana on Sunday.
Accept or decline?
I'd decline it.
Declined. There it is. How about Washington plus 10.5 versus Sacramento? It's in Washington.
I like Sacramento in that game.
10.5.
Yeah. I think Sacramento beats them by more than 10.
By more than 10.5. Okay,
Yeah.
so those two declines. Sorry there, whoever is sending me bets. All right. Download the Cut app, Kutt. Download the Cut app, and you can bet against us, bet against your friends, bet against everybody. All right, so, John, Dan Monson has had an interesting month.
All right, so Dan Monson is the head basketball coach at Long Beach State. Been there for about 15 years. His dad, Don Monson, used to be the head coach at Oregon. And Dan was the head coach at Gonzaga before Mark Few.
Yep.
And he had a good run with Gonzaga and then got hired away. And now for the last 15 years or so, he's been at Long Beach State. Last week, the school and Dan announced this is his last year.
Yes.
Then they went on a magic carpet ride through the conference tournament.
Yep.
They won 4 or 5 games in a row, and now they're in the NCAAs. And even though he's been fired or quit, either one. And as he puts it, he's working for free now. He thought that he'd be on the unemployment line today.
So here's what he said. He told ESPN, I don't have to answer anything I don't want to because I'm working for free today. Did you see the Seinfeld when George was trying to get fired and couldn't lose his job, still going to work every day? That's me. I'm a Seinfeld episode going on right now in real life.
So we found the Seinfeld episode. Here's what he's talking about. Costanza had come in, and this is based on Larry David when he worked at Saturday Night Live. Larry David was writing skits and writing bits, and Lorne Michaels wasn't using them. So he walked in one day and basically told Lorne Michaels to F off, I quit. When he got home, he realized he couldn't quit because he needed the job and he needed the money. So Jason Alexander, playing George Costanza, did the same thing. Went into his boss's office, told him off, said he quit, and then that was on a Friday. And then on the following Monday, this happened.
Is that Costanza over there? What are you doing here?
What?
Am I crazy? Or didn't you quit?
When?
Friday.
Oh, what? That? Are you kidding? I didn't quit. Why? You took that seriously.
You mean laughing stock, all that stuff?
Come on, will you stop it?
No brains, no ability?
Teasing. What?
Okay. I want you out of here.
I don't know where you're getting this from. You're serious, aren't you? Oh, you see, you don't know my sense of humor. I mean, Dan, don't I joke around all the time?
I wouldn't say all the time. You can't win. You can't beat me. That's why I'm here and you're there. Because I'm a winner. I'll always be a winner. And you'll always be a loser.
So, what if Dan Monson goes on a run? Now, he probably won't. He's got to play.
Would it not be unbelievable?
He's got to play Arizona in the first round.
I've got Arizona going to the Final Four, too. You do also.
Me too. But if he wins that one game.
Yep.
All right, they haven't hired his replacement yet. Do you bring him back?
That's a very good. Well, already do you bring him back? It's interesting. He said a bunch of stuff that I think is. He said it's surreal. He feels like he's in the Twilight Zone. He says, this has been worth every job I've ever had to have the experiences I've had this last week with my players, with my family, spiritually, everything. He said, I think life is life. Some of it is good. Some of it is bad. How you pivot through it defines who you are. I'm hoping that people look at me and say, hey, he had a great job. What are we feeling sorry for him for? He had 17 years of driving that car. It was a great ride. I knew it was leased.
Right. You're never in any job. I mean, there's going to be a lot of coaches that are going to get fired this year. He's one
Yes.
of them.
Yeah.
But that's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Like if we got fired tomorrow, you can't say that this wasn't an immensely successful run.
20 years? Hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
Yeah, 30. I never thought it would get that long.
But the story would be Mason and Ireland fired.
Sure.
It's just that's the way
it would be mutual decision.
Right.
And it would really be we were fired.
Yeah, which is a lie.
Yeah.
By the way,
never mutual.
which Dan Monson will tell you, it was not his decision to leave.
Exactly.
He was fired.
Well, I'm rooting for Long Beach State. That would be an unbelievable upset.
Go Niners.
Yeah, go. Is that their nickname?
49ers.
49ers. All right, coming up next for you, it's Game of Games. Whose game?
Yours.
Oh, geez. I got to work on something during the break. We'll do Game of Games coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 7:10 ES.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer.
7:10 ESPN.
LAFC's Denis Bouanga.
Cappy, the
and
madness
Nashville's
is
Hanny
here, and
Mukhtar.
it's time for a party, in my
LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
Is designed to trap you in debt. Insanely high interest credit cards, loans, they make it nearly impossible to pay off your debt. There is a new way out of the debt trap. It is Pivotal Debt Solutions. So Pivotal Debt Solutions isn't like the old school debt relief companies that string your debt along for years. They've got new aggressive strategies that can end your debt faster and easier than you thought possible. So Pivotal Debt Solutions can cut or even eliminate interest, find programs to write off your balances so you owe less. You can stop with the threatening phone calls, no bankruptcy, no loan. Bottom line, they find every solution possible to end your debt permanently. Before you do anything, contact Pivotal Debt Solutions first. Talk to them for free. Find out how they can help you get out of debt. Visit zapmydebt.com. That's zapmydebt.com. Zapmydebt.com. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. Hey, it's Mace. Life.
Saturday night, it's a battle at BMO as the black and gold return home to downtown LA.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Two of the most dangerous players in Major League Soccer, LAFC's Denis Bouanga and Nashville's Hanny Mukhtar, come face to face.
Bouanga the shot, goal!
LAFC versus Nashville. Coverage begins Saturday at 7 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games time, and it is my game today. I ask all of you, George Shadano joins us, to not don't tip your hand.
Okay. So don't say, like Greg always says, it's one of those two.
Right. Some of you are going to know some of these answers. Don't tip your hand and give away the answers to everybody else.
One of those two, it could be any of the two.
Okay.
No, but if there's three choices and you say it's either A or B.
I didn't say A or B.
There's only two. What I'm saying is you may identify the players that I'm mentioning, okay?
Okay.
So everybody on this list is either a breakout MLB star this year or a breakout NCAA tournament star this year, okay?
They're all men?
Yeah, all men.
Oh, okay.
All men. Okay, so I will give you a name. You tell me if it's MLB or NCAA.
Okay.
First one, Jordan Walker. Jordan Walker. Is that MLB or NCAA? Shadano?
MLB.
MLB. Ireland.
NCAA.
NCAA. Bergman.
MLB. My mic wasn't on.
MLB. Brian.
MLB.
MLB is the correct answer, yes.
So everybody but me.
Everybody but Ireland. Yeah, he is a power-hitting rookie outfielder for the Cardinals, and I think he's going to have a really big year. Number two. This one's going to be easy for some. Jackson Holiday. Jackson Holiday, is that MLB or NCAA? Ireland.
MLB.
MLB. Bergman.
MLB.
MLB. Brian.
MLB.
And Shadano.
MLB.
Clean sweep, yes. It is Jackson Holiday. That's Matt Holiday's kid, who's playing middle infield for the Orioles this year.
He's really good, too.
The Orioles are
supposed to be
stacked,
great.
man, with young talent.
Number three, Riley Green. Riley Green, is that MLB or NCAA? Bergman.
I've actually heard that name. I'll say NCAA.
NCAA. Brian.
MLB.
MLB. Sedano.
NCAA.
NCAA. Ireland.
NCAA.
The correct answer, Riley Green, outfielder, Detroit Tigers, going to have a big year.
Oh, that's right.
Brian has the lead.
Brian,
3-2. I only have one.
Okay. Number four, Dalton Knecht. Knecht. Dalton, I probably necked. Brian, is that MLB or NCAA?
NCAA.
NCAA. Shadano.
NCAA.
NCAA. Ireland.
NCAA.
NCAA. Brian, Bergman.
NCAA.
Clean sweep. Yeah, he's from
actually
Tennessee.
on our screen right now.
He's a big scorer, apparently.
Yeah, he's very good. He's going to be a lottery pick.
Ireland, what's the score? Brian's leading?
Brian 4, Greg and Sedano 3, me 2.
Okay. Number 5. And again, some of these you will know.
How many you got?
10.
Okay.
Donovan Clingan. Donovan Clingan. Is that MLB or NCAA? Shadano.
Oof, that one I don't know. I'm going to say NCAA.
NCAA. Ireland.
MLB.
MLB. Bergman.
MLB.
MLB. Brian.
NCAA.
NCAA is the correct answer. Yes, he's a center for UConn. He's 7'2" with a 7'7" wingspan.
There you go. So Brian's still in
Brian
the lead, but
5,
I'm
Sedano 4, Greg 3, me 2.
Okay, next one. Nolan Jones. Nolan Jones. Ireland, is that MLB or NCAA?
NCAA.
NCAA. Bergman.
NCAA.
NCAA. Brian.
MLB.
MLB. Shadano.
Ooh.
Got a chance here, George.
NCAA.
Correct answer. He's a rookie outfielder for the Colorado Rockies.
Did you know that, Brian?
I had no idea.
You were just taking a shot.
I'm out. How many are left?
There are 4 left.
I'm barely in. All right, Brian has to go first.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
With 4?
Number 7, Wyatt Langford. Wyatt Langford. Is that MLB or NCAA? Brian, you go first.
Let's go MLB.
MLB.
Sedano.
NCAA.
NCAA. Bergman.
NCAA.
NCAA.
Got to make up some.
Ireland.
Brian, you said MLB?
Yes.
I'll go NCAA.
Correct answer, Wyatt Langford. Rookie outfielder.
Texas
Rangers. Yeah.
All right, is Brian the only one who got that?
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
Yeah.
There are 3 left.
Am I out?
3 left. Greg
Greg's
and I are
out.
screwed.
No,
Yeah.
you're still in, but
I
you gotta
gotta
go
hit every
opposite
one.
every time.
Yeah.
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 Brian has 7 and George has 4.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. 7-4.
Oh,
Wow.
he's got 7 out of the Oh no, he's got all 7.
He's
right?
got you got all
100%,
7 right.
Yeah, you're 7
Wow.
for 7.
Okay.
You're the
Tough to
reverse
beat.
Curtis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tough to beat.
Yeah.
Humboldt genius. All right, number 8, Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek. Is that NCAA or MLB? Brian.
Let's go MLB.
Shadano.
You look like you know the answer and you can't use it.
Yeah, I think it's MLB.
But say NCAA just to be safe.
Yeah, NCAA.
It is NCAA. He's the guard for Marquette. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Kolek in Major League Baseball though.
Yeah, that's I thought
Adam
there was.
Kolarek.
All right.
No,
Is
So
there a
you're- George, now you're
No,
only,
Toronto Blue Jays, right?
now you're only
Oh,
2
yeah, I
down.
think so.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I went MLB. I thought he was right.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you're in this thing now.
Okay, let's do
Make
it.
sure you go the other way.
All right.
Royce Lewis. Royce Lewis. Is that NCAA or MLB, Brian?
Let's go NCAA.
George?
MLB.
And he is a rookie third baseman for
Get
the
a boy,
Minnesota
Sedano!
Twins.
Oh no!
All right.
What
So
a way!
there was a Tyler Kolek that played baseball, but he's out of the league now.
Right. I thought there was.
Yeah,
maybe
there
this
was.
is his kid
There
or
was.
something.
Okay, so this is the last one. Brian's up by 1 unless Sedano ties him here, and then it goes to the tiebreaker.
Last one. Johnny Broom. Johnny Broom.
Like BROOM?
Yes.
Okay, Brian? it's
MLB or
yours to
NCAA?
take.
Let's
You
go.
got a 50-50 shot, Brian.
MLB.
NCAA.
Center for Auburn.
Man.
It is
Oh, what a comeback!
Is it tied?
Yeah,
Oh,
7-7.
my
It
God.
was 7-4.
That's a thriller.
Brian, you're the new Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a
you
collapse.
blew a 3-1 lead.
Are you being coached by Brandon Staley today? It's all falling apart for you.
All right, you got a tie break, Mace?
Yes, I do.
All right.
All right, this is a 2-man tie break between Brian and George for the win.
Okay. The first NCAA, no, use this.
Here.
The first NCAA men's tournament was played in 1939. How many different schools have won at least one NCAA tournament?
So won a championship.
Won a championship. Won it all.
Yeah.
How many different schools have won it at least once?
1939.
39.
Okay. So that would mean
It's 85 years.
85 years.
Yeah.
Right. But we probably didn't play a couple.
And there's teams like UCLA that won
won a
multiple.
bunch.
Yeah,
Stop
won a
giving
bunch.
them hints, John.
Well, no, I'm giving them to both. I'm giving them to both people.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, you got a number written down yet?
I do, yep.
George, you got a number written down yet?
Yeah.
All right. Brian, what'd you write?
45.
George, what'd you write?
24. I don't want to go over.
I think Brian got it.
It's 36. It's somewhere in the middle between you guys.
Wait, 36. So Sonato's 12 away and Brian's 9 away. Brian wins.
Brian takes the win.
I thought you can't go over.
No. Dude, we're not playing Prices Right rules.
That's
Good
why I
job.
went so low.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the standings now: Ireland 4,
Wow.
Brian 4,
Brian held
Mason
on.
3,
Let's go.
Laura 1, Andy 1, Bergman 1.
Wow, you're having a bad month.
Yeah, bad
Bergman.
month. This is my worst month.
Yeah, Brian,
Bronze month, baby.
you pulled it out.
Let's go.
Pulled it out of the fire.
That was
very
a
nice,
scary
Brian.
one.
So,
All right, by the way, if you're just joining us, there's a major story broke today. Shohei Otani's interpreter apparently stole over $4 million from him.
allegedly $4.5 million.
Yeah, and gambled, according to the LA Times.
So he's running a bookmaking.
Well, no, he
operation,
bet
yeah?
with a bookie that's being investigated by the feds,
That's
and
how
that's
they
how
found out.
they found out.
Yeah,
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
The it's Ippei Mizuhara. He's been fired now by the Dodgers. Originally, last night he talked to ESPN for 90 minutes, and he was making it seem like he has a gambling problem. He told Otani about it. Otani willingly paid off his debts. And then right before ESPN was going to press, Otani's agents called ESPN and said, no, that's not the real story. We fired this guy and we're handing it over to authorities. So the speculation, according to the Times article, is that Mizuhara stole this money from Otani and then gambled it.
How would he have access to his money, though, is my question.
I think he probably,
It
because...
said something about wire transfers.
Right. I
sounds
think,
like
George, because he was basically his personal assistant. He was with him at all
so
times.
he had all the...
It would be similar to you and I, how our wives have control over all of our money.
Yeah.
I think this guy had access to everything Otani.
Right. Yeah.
And he smuggled, allegedly, but we'll see what comes out.
Does Kelly have control of all your money?
There may be an account here.
One has everything.
On the side.
One has everything.
I got nothing
my,
on my side.
my relationship with Lisa works because it's simple.
Yeah.
I make money and then she spends it.
Right. Pretty good rule to follow.
Yeah. And, as long as we each stay in our lanes, everything works out fine.
I know who's got the better end of the deal.
Yes. I got the fuzzy end of the lollipop, if you know what I mean.
So what's up, Shadano?
We're good.
Did you pick a Final Four?
I did. I had already done it online, so I just hit the join.
You hit the join.
I gotta fill it out here because I don't remember it off the top of my
Well,
head.
who'd you pick to win it?
I picked UConn.
So all three of us have UConn.
But I did a lot of 10 seeds and 11 seeds going to the Sweet 16. I take some chances. What the hell?
I was so chalky in mine.
I wasn't too chalky.
I'm chalky at the end.
Here's the teams I took to go to the Sweet 16 that maybe other people won't have. St. Mary's I got going, winning a couple of games.
Yeah.
I've got Creighton winning a couple
Oregon
of games.
getting to the Sweet 16.
I got Oregon winning a game. Yeah. The team I really put my lot with is Kentucky. If Kentucky gets beat, they're a 3 seed. If they get beat early, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I ran them all the way to the
championship. So let me ask you a question
game.
with Greg. Greg's is going to be super messy.
Yeah, I screwed up.
Because, you screwed up only because I told you.
Yeah, if you didn't.
So he had Kansas going to the final. He did not know that McCullers, their best player, is going to miss the entire tournament.
Is out.
Wait a minute. So did you?
I have no idea.
Did you
know?
Filled it out.
Did you know?
Oh, if you've already filled it, if it's in pen, you got to stick with
You
it.
see how he scratched
hasn't
everything
started.
out?
It hasn't started.
No, but
the tournament hasn't started.
I don't care. It's in pen.
No,
It's in pen.
I saw a whole story about McCullers being out. I can't believe you picked him.
What? Yeah, shut up.
But you see how he scratched everything out?
I scratched
wait
it
a
out.
minute.
You're a mess. It's 3.
That's permanent ink. It's a Sharpie.
Yeah, no.
It doesn't matter. It hasn't started. It wasn't
allowed to change it once you put it down.
When
It's
Jay Billis used to go to the White House with President Obama.
I'm not Jay Billis.
Okay, and it's not like President Obama used to scratch out the Sharpie. He would write it in Sharpie.
He would know exactly what he was writing down, and he would have known about McCullers.
I'm not Jay Billis.
Yeah.
Or Seth Davis.
I think it was someone
Sharpie.
other than Billis that went
It was
with
Andy
Obama.
Katz once.
That's who it was.
Andy
yeah.
Katz once.
Yeah, that would go there.
Yeah, and then I
get
think
his
Doris
picks.
went once because she did the men's and women's.
Well, somebody
that's
sent me a
cool.
story today that for the first time ever, tickets to the women's tournament are more expensive than the men's.
I believe
They
it.
have more stars.
Right.
I mean, they have more recognizable names, a bunch of them.
What do we have going on across the street? Some regional.
We have the
North Carolina.
Sweet 16 and Elite 8 at Crypto.
Oh, okay.
Of
the West region.
Yeah.
Of the West region.
Yeah, because Worthy told me he's going to the North Carolina games.
Yeah,
They
so
get
you
it,
could
right?
potentially
Better
get
crypto.
North Carolina, you get St. Mary's,
Arizona.
Or Long Beach State if the magical run continues.
Baylor, Bama.
Yeah, right. Baylor, Bama. Yeah, those teams could potentially be at Crypto.
Boy, that's a chalky.
Michigan State, maybe. Mississippi State, one of those.
Yeah.
Mississippi State was in the
I've got Michigan
Final Four of
State
the
losing
SEC.
in the first round.
Yeah. So there's going to be some good games.
Yeah.
But Carolina will be fun to watch.
Any other tips? McCullers is out. Anybody else out?
No, that's like the big one.
That's the big one, yeah.
Now, Kansas is missing a couple of players. And
Right.
that is not just McCullers, but he's their best player by far.
Right.
And Greg screwed up
That's
his
why
bracket.
I can't believe
Should we
Bergman.
allow Greg's bracket? Because Now, did you fill it out online already?
I fill it out afterwards online.
So
but no matter what, it's before.
No, it's like making a bet.
Once you take
Today's
it to the
Wednesday. Once you take it to the window, it's done.
It wasn't in the window.
You were in the window.
It wasn't in the window.
You actually, it's literally on a window.
I think Sharpie indicates permanent ink.
Yeah,
but,
I do too.
But to be fair, Greg, I'm staring at Mason's bracket.
And he has stuff
and
crossed
he crossed
off.
out
I did see
Iowa
that.
State.
There was one.
Washington State.
There was one.
Yeah, and then he
But
picked
Greg
Iowa.
has like 5.
No, it's 3 because of the one team that needed to be. And I've moved everyone correctly. It's all fine.
Wow.
One
it
versus
starts
three,
tomorrow.
though, is a
Today
big
is
difference, I
Wednesday.
would say.
You guys
Oh,
are
that's
crazy.
3 times as many.
Who did you pick to win the North Carolina-Arizona game?
Arizona.
What word is that?
Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got Arizona.
Yeah, I got Arizona going to the Final Four.
Arizona's
By the
very
way, Purdue
overrated.
has the easiest
Very
bracket.
overrated.
The committee,
I ran him to the Final Four.
The committee, because they've lost as a 1 seed to a 16 or whatever, the committee took pity on their ass and put them in the easiest bracket. They had nobody in there.
Let me tell you this: nobody knows anything.
No, I know, but none of those, like UConn's bracket is crazy tough. They got they got 2 teams that were in the Final Four last year.
Yeah. We all have UConn winning. Do you have UConn winning?
I do.
Yeah. You know who could trip? Who could trip up? Who do you have winning it, Greg?
Houston.
You know who could trip up? UConn is Auburn. Auburn's good.
You know who I got going deep as like a crazy, just like why not NC State, because they just won the ACC tournament.
Yeah, because they got a little ahead of steam.
I got them going out in the first round.
Well, they've got that big center. He's great, man.
Plus, they went on a big run, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's Cappy's out there. Let's do some Super Crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason and Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk. Presented by Coors Light. Coors Light. Made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
It's Super Crosstalk!
All right, everybody's in the house tomorrow. Of course, we're all at Islands in Manhattan Beach, Manhattan Village Shopping Center. Please be out there with us. Gonna have a blast. The madness will be going on the TVs. By the way, tomorrow we're gonna be able to, if we go down to the wire with certain games, we're gonna be able to pick up the audio because we're working with Westwood One this year.
Oh, cool.
So we will have hopefully some good finishes. And 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Islands, we are doing a Kona pie eating contest. Me versus Bergman versus Morales, and I look forward to seeing Morales with a face full of pie.
Well, I think that would happen even if we were going
Probably-
at all.
probably would. Probably
All right,
would.
So what's Cappy doing? Is he staying out there?
He just left.
He's not playing along?
I don't know why.
I don't know where he went.
We've got a new thing. Travis Rogers says that his out time
He's
is now
negotiated into his deal that his out time is now 08.
108.
So we think because we have seniority over Travis that our out time should be 04.
04. What do you think? We're out at 04.
I think that's totally reasonable,
Good
don't
luck
you?
with-
No, I look forward.
I think Cappy's the one that's going to have a big
well,
issue
he's
with
not
that.
even here. I look
Yeah,
forward
well, he has to
to
be here to care.
Yeah,
You know?
I look forward to the crosstalks.
By
every
the
day.
way, Game of Games yesterday, I brought this up to Greg, was fraudulent.
Oh, I know.
In what way?
Because of the
North
Dean
Carolina.
Smith.
Yeah, I made a mistake.
People brought it up. It was all over Twitter after we were done.
Yeah, so Dean Smith did win a second title. My question
the Aaron
was
Montross group.
My question was, it was Bill Self.
Who had only won one?
Who had only won one?
No, he won 2.
No, I'm saying, but your question was
Yeah,
who
had
which of them had only won one?
I had somebody else in there that had won 2.
Right,
Calipari,
Patino.
or Patino.
Right.
And I said Dean Smith had only won 1. I thought the Jordan one was his only one, but then I
Aaron
was wrong.
Montross.
But I went back and checked it. Greg was the only one who got that right. So whoever got it right didn't win.
Right.
Okay.
Like Greg didn't get that right, and you won.
I
Right?
won. Yeah, I won.
So you're fine. It
And
didn't
neither of us.
aid your victory.
I'm still protesting.
Yeah, it sounds all fishy. Greg won?
Yes.
I think we should throw that game out.
All right.
Just throw that game
Hey,
out.
let
I
me
win
let me
every
ask you
month
guys
now.
something. I brought this up, Mace, when you were out on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you all heard this.
Y'all.
I got that from that
Y'all.
pickleball girl yesterday.
Y'all. She's
who
from
is
Atlanta, y'all.
Georgia.
South Carolina
Tom Crean
is where she was from.
said she was from Atlanta.
Yeah, she's got
I thought she
pickleball
said-
centers
I thought
in
she said
Atlanta.
She went to she played tennis in somewhere in South Carolina. You guys were
No,
like,
what are you hanging
no,
things up
I
for?
heard.
What?
I heard.
Can
it
we just
yesterday.
let Ireland get
Can
to
we
it
let
yesterday?
Ireland tell his damn
Jeez, I
story?
heard the whole thing.
My God.
Accuracy
See
is
what I
apparently
deal with?
important.
Yeah.
Why?
Clearly
Well, I
not.
mean,
Did you hear Game
Dean
of Games?
Smith,
I
right?
mean, you're never accurate.
What are you talking about? I'm a detail guy.
You're not a detail guy.
And by the way, you're being a D-bag right now.
Why?
Sunglasses.
Sunglasses indoors. The
Okay.
only 2 people that can wear sunglasses indoors are Snoop and Jack Nicholson.
Okay, so
everyone else looks like
What
a
about
jackass.
Stevie Wonder?
Well, Stevie Wonder
Can't
needs them.
see.
Well,
Yeah.
wait a second.
Although
What about
he can. That's
what about
another
LeBron?
subject.
Is LeBron a D-bag?
He doesn't wear sunglasses
He
inside.
wears sunglasses all the time inside.
Yeah, he does.
I need a picture. Somebody sent me one.
Go look at the one with him and Jeannie and Linda not the other day, a couple weeks ago.
Was he wearing sunglasses?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I still say anybody other than Jack Nicholson or Snoop should not wear sunglasses indoors.
So LeBron, you object to him wearing sunglasses?
Yes, I'm going to tell him next time I see him.
Wow.
Why do you wear sunglasses?
Well, usually just, for the bit of it all, number one. Number two, today, I'm going to tell everybody something, and I'm going to get right back here to Johnny I. You guys know that Morales always has a problem with me?
Yeah, yesterday he was mad at you. He said you were speaking out of school.
Let me
I
tell
don't know
you,
what he was referring.
right?
Did you ever figure out what he was referring to?
No, I did not. But I will tell you this. Today, I'm going to rip his ass. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, Mason's putting sunglasses on.
I'm going to rip his ass for what he did. And I will explain what he did.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Right now?
Which is why I'm wearing sunglasses right at this moment.
Okay, why don't you tell us then?
I cannot do that. I will have to wait until the beginning of Sedano's
Wait a minute.
cap.
So you're going to rip his ass in the
but we got
lead
8
of
minutes,
Sedano
so
and
just
Cap?
go.
You can't throw that out there and say in 8 minutes
I'm
I've got
gonna rip his ass.
details
If
on
you
ripping his
don't-
ass.
Because he's a bad guy.
If you don't tell Mason and I why you're going to rip him, we're leaving.
There you go.
Tell us.
Oh, you mean like...
We're leaving right now.
No,
We're leaving.
stop.
No, we're
All right,
leaving.
we
Right.
have
Tell
5
us.
seconds.
Tell us.
Just go.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because he's a bad guy.
Yes.
All right, he's a bad guy.
Yes.
and
Why?
He's a gutless scumbag.
Why?
I'm going to explain coming up in just a few minutes.
Oh, come on.
Will you just tell the story?
Last chance.
Last
Just
chance.
tell
Tell
the
the story or
I'm
Ireland's
walking out if
bailing
you
on
don't
you.
tell.
He's
All right.
going to literally leave.
All right. Here. Well, Morales, I told Morales I was going to save this. You know what I mean?
So just do it
Just
now.
do it.
But here it goes. I'll tell you
It's
what
your
happened.
show.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna
4:05.
I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay.
So, did anybody wake up this morning to watch the Dodgers?
I
and the
woke up
Padres?
and then went back to sleep.
So I woke up at 3:08 to go pee. And then I thought to myself, should I?
The game is on.
And I was like, nah, I'm going back
Yeah,
to bed.
I actually set my alarm. When it went off, I turned it off and I was like, Dodgers. Nah, I don't think so.
I
Wait a
think I
second.
know what's coming.
Wait a second. You're the guy who wanted to do a broadcast at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Bergman wanted to do it, then he canceled it.
Wait, but you wanted to do it
That
too.
was
was
never
like,
happening.
I
That was all
No,
talk.
no.
It was a real possibility there for a
It was
while.
never a possibility.
All right, so what happened?
Definitely
Yes.
gonna
So what?
happen.
Why is
So
Morales
did
the
Morales
problem?
tell you the result?
No. So Morales and I, we're like neighbors.
Yes.
You guys know that we're
Yeah,
neighbors.
he's OC, you're South.
Right.
Right,
but-
and you're
Well, he
in
means
room,
at the East Central.
You're in room
Next door to each
706,
other.
and
That's right.
he's,
You guys
he's in
are-
room
do
Do you have
707.
adjoining rooms?
we,
Like-
we do.
Oh,
We do.
that's sweet.
So Morales and I, we are literally neighbors, okay?
Yeah.
And last night when we bid each other good night, we finished our evening in his room. Okay.
Okay.
And so in his room, he's got his bed, and then he's got a nice chair next to his bed, and then he's got a desk that has another chair.
Okay.
So he was sitting in the nice comfy chair
Yeah.
by his bed, and I was his guest in his room, and I was sitting in the desk chair, right? And so we're sitting there and we're conversating, okay, which is a very cool way of saying that we're talking to each
Talking,
other.
yes.
But conversating's a nice way
Sure,
of saying it, right?
sure.
And we say goodnight, okay? Good night. See you tomorrow, honey. Good night. All right.
Yep.
The whole thing. Love you, right?
Yep.
3 o'clock in the morning comes.
Yeah.
I set my alarm for 2:58 for the game.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You may have seen my tweet. Did any of you guys see my tweet this
No.
morning?
No.
What happened?
No, I was.
None
I
of
was-
us were awake.
We were
Okay.
not awake to
Okay.
see your tweet.
So I'll explain what happened, but long story short is that I did not see the game. So I woke up in time for the game.
Yeah.
Turned on the TV to see the game. No game. Okay.
Why?
I know why.
It got blacked out on ESPN.
Yeah, and dude,
And
check-
there's no spectrum.
And there's no spectrum
in
across
East
the street.
Central.
Right.
Yeah.
Check my tweet. Because what happens is I go to ESPN where it says on the guide, Dodgers, Padres.
That's what I DVR'd, by the way.
Okay.
I DVR'd ESPN.
Okay, so I DVR. So I didn't DVR. So I go to ESPN. It was a Sports Center. At
Yep.
2:58, it was Sports Center.
Was there.
At 3:01, it was still Sports Center. I'm like, what's going on here? So I turned to the next channel. That was ESPN2. Now it's our morning show.
It's Evan Cohen.
It's Evan Cohen,
and
right.
Chris Canty and Michelle
I saw
Smallman, right?
I saw them this morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So Evan is on like ESPN2, and I think he's on ESPN News.
ESPNU.
ESPNU. And Evan's going crazy because it's 6 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast, and he's like, I can't believe it. We've got a live sporting event during our time slot. We never have live sports, right? So I go from ESPN, which is supposed to have the game, to ESPN2, which has our morning show.
Yep.
Whatever the next ESPN was like Sports Center.
Yep.
The next ESPN was ESPNU back to the morning show, right? So now I'm like, what the hell's going on here? I go back, 3, 2, 1, go back. blacked out.
Right.
No game.
Yeah.
So I woke up at 2:58 to watch a game. No game.
Yeah.
All right, can I tell you how to
What is
avoid
Morales?
this?
How does Morales fit into
I'll
this?
explain.
Okay,
Go
because
ahead,
that's
John.
the
No,
other
go
part
ahead.
of it.
I want to know
I
why
wanna
you're
hear
mad at
why
Morales.
the
What did he
ass
do?
So then, what would you do if there was no game on TV? What would you guys do?
Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Natural thing to do, right? It's freaking 3:05 in the morning.
Yeah.
Right? Can't get the game. All of a sudden, I start to hear the alarm in the next room.
Oh.
Bring, bring, bring.
Really?
Okay, that's 3:05. All right, well, I know he gets up early, all right, whatever. 3:12. Bring, 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 bring.
He's not answering his own alarm.
3:19. Bring, 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 bring. Between 3 a.m.
Right. Did you think he was dead or something?
And 4 a.m., his alarm went off every 6 or 7 minutes
wow.
for an hour.
Yeah.
For an hour. Who does that? Who does
it's a
such a thing?
psychopath.
It's really just a bad guy.
Who does such a
scumbag.
thing? Right, a scumbag.
Scumbag.
All right,
Exactly.
A gutless
scumbag.
alarm-ringing
Yep.
scumbag.
He's a
who doesn't have
scumbag.
any
It is a
consideration
final.
for
Yes.
anybody else in the hotel.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and here we are. Our beds are wall to wall. I mean, listen. Hit the snooze button once. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Hit it twice. I get it. It's 3:30 in the morning. Hit it for an hour, bro. Have a little consideration for the rest of us.
When I was,
I think you should get a room at the other end of the hall.
I'm asking to change my room.
Get a different room.
I'm asking to change my room tonight.
Yeah, room.
And I put on the do not disturb sign on my room so that nobody had to go in and clean it today because I was just going to come back and I don't need new fresh towels.
I always want fresh towels.
I do too.
I don't
You
need the
clean
bed
up my
made.
room every day.
I
I
don't
like
need the
that.
bed made.
Michael is like you, Cap.
Yes, stay out of
I'm the same way.
Yes,
Yeah,
stay
Michael
out of
never
my
lets
stuff.
anyone in his room.
I do not disturb.
If I'm leaving to go to a game, I'll go to the front desk and say, "Hey, I've had a do not disturb on all day on 517.
Yeah.
Can you hook me up?"
Or hey, we're leaving the room right now. You can
Right.
go ahead and clean
Every
it up.
time.
Yeah, I like a nice, fresh, turned hotel room.
Nah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm with Mace.
So now, by the way,
Yeah.
as you can imagine,
Yeah.
3:35, 3:42, 3:49,
Oh, wow.
3:56.
So wait a minute. It went on for an hour.
A full hour.
No.
Right? So now I got to go back to sleep, man.
Yeah.
I got to get a little bit more sleep
Sure,
because I
right.
can't get the game.
Because we're going to the Caleb thing.
Right, because we were getting up to go to the Caleb thing,
Yeah.
right? And of course, so now, I got to put myself back to sleep, which is not easy to do at that time of the night,
Right.
Morning.
And you were annoyed because now you didn't watch any of the
No
game
game.
for either show that
No
you do.
game. Neither, no game.
Because
No
it
game.
was
All
important
right,
for both
Cap,
shows.
you want me to tell you how to get around that?
Yeah, tell me.
All right. Next time that happens,
Yeah.
go to your computer. Okay. I'm assuming you have an ESPN Plus account. You get it for free if you work here. If not,
Well, he's really bad at this
I don't
stuff.
have
okay.
that. I don't have
But
that.
if you do,
Yeah, ESPN
you
Plus.
set up a VPN,
Okay.
and then you just watch the game on your computer.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
setting
he's
up a
got
VPN.
no chance.
Yeah, setting up a VPN
None.
sounds super hard to me.
Literally, you Google
It's really easy.
VPN,
Yeah,
and
no,
it'll
I've done
tell
it.
you what to do.
I know I don't want to
He's
do
not
that.
good
It's
at
too
this.
hard.
No, it's
I,
fine.
I tried to use my
you go.
I tried to use my Cox Contour app on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, and even then they blacked me out there too.
Because they knew where you were.
Yeah,
'cause
they
it has the,
geo-
the
right,
geolocation.
geofenced
But if
me,
you
yeah.
use a
Yeah.
VPN, you can say
Oh, no,
you're in
you can go around
Sweden.
it. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Sweden?
he's
Is that where I
the
should go?
least
I
technically
always pick Ireland just for fun.
he's the least technically savvy person I've ever met.
Really?
Really?
Should
Yes.
meet my dad.
Michael
Well,
might
but
be
your
with him.
dad is like 75 or 80 years old.
Yeah, he's 75.
Yeah.
Yeah, of a guy your age, you do sound technologically troubled.
Inept.
Well,
Trouble. Inept. That's a
check
good
my
word.
tweet and you'll see what happened.
Okay.
Check my
Everybody
tweet.
check.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back.
Check
I'm
my
doing that
tweet
right now.
I'm
and
going
see
to go
what
check.
happened.
I'm leaving
Wait, where
to
are you
check.
going? Where are you going?
Well, we were supposed to leave at 4:04.
Yeah.
Why?
Because Travis negotiated, he gets to leave at 4:08. We feel
108.
since we've been 108.
Why? When did he negotiate that?
I don't know, Greg. When did he do it?
Yeah, when did you do it?
Not with me. This is not a thing.
Oh wait,
must have been with Morales.
No, no,
maybe,
no.
maybe it was Sam.
No,
or
negotiation.
Tommy, somebody like that.
All
Yeah.
negotiations go through Bergman. He's the highest ranking executive at ESPN.
Highest ranking
He
executive.
is.
In this building?
He is.
Yes,
he is the
I am.
highest ranking executive.
true.
At
So,
ESPN.
really?
Yeah.
Fix
Wait
DeAndre's
a minute.
mic, Mr. Highest
Yeah,
ranking.
it'll be
Yeah,
fixed
highest
this week.
ranking.
No,
Right.
that's a true statement.
In the
Whether or
org
not I'm
chart
going
of
to use any of
ESPN,
that is a true statement.
In the org chart of ESPN, when ESPN in Bristol or
Yep.
New York has an issue,
Yep.
the number one guy that they call and rely on
Is Koopa Troopa over
is
there.
the manager of audio operations, Greg Bergman.
Yeah, but we all know that's a title, but it's really Carlos Saizu.
No,
He's not an ESPN employee. Otherwise, it would be him.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. It's very confusing. All right, so tomorrow we're live at Islands.
Yeah.
Island Bay.
Manhattan Beach.
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny I.
Ireland literally can walk there.
I am
I
going to
know.
walk.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk.
Yeah, good,
Yeah.
good. And we'll do lots of, the game's on, and we'll do lots of screwing around.
Are we hitting the hot tub tomorrow?
We can if you want. Well, his hot tub is the tough one to get
Yeah,
into.
I know.
I have an open door policy.
Mine's
in
very
my
exclusive.
house.
What's weird is you could probably get in, but Morales can't.
Can't do it, huh?
Can't do it.
Well, that's the bit.
Oh, just bring
like Cappy in?
Just like Cappy, and then have him go on like Instagram Live.
Yeah.
We'll have Cappy and Rachel over.
You know, it'd be great.
Well, and that way you guys can share the bit of the year, and then both shows get it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
There it is.
All right. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow at
The
1
New
at
Alliance.
Islands. Coming up next for you. Tales from Pro Day
From
at USC.
Caleb Day. Oh,
Yeah.
Cappy was in his element today.
I bet.
Oh,
All right.
Schmoozing.
I'm going to be listening. I got to go check Cappy's tweet, too. I'm dying to read
I'm in
that
bed
thing.
when I'm when
Yeah.
I'm tweeting. I'm tweeting from bed, and you want to see this. You do. Wait a minute. What?
Cappy